we're good now.
Are we back? Hopefully we are back. Everything is running as planned. Waiting to get Wuzzy back here in our llama so we can continue. But like we were saying, this is the time here for Sal to perhaps think about a game plan, think about a different approach, what kind of strategy he wants to take going into game two, because he was not fully able to really lock it down there in that first game.
Yeah, the Shao Kahn pick, it definitely was able to get a little bit started, but just not having anything to challenge Centurion from full screen is definitely makes the matchup harder. At least with Cabal, he has some buzzsaws to throw, but
and the way that Shao's spear just kind of downward trajectory where it's hitting the ground across the screen, Centurion's up in the air shooting lasers at you. She doesn't care about some spear you're throwing into the dirt. Like, your javelin is nothing. So I think that it is a bit of a challenge for Shao to really contest those full screen distances. So definitely going to have to kind of make his way in. We saw him go for some of those just kind of YOLO mid-range charges to really close that gap quickly, and it caught him off guard here and there, but I mean, all it takes is for Woozy to start blocking, and instead of getting that launcher there, he's now losing huge chunks of his life bar. And for the most part, this does look like one of those kind of obstacle course battles where Shao Kahn is getting chipped out and losing health constantly. He's going to be coming up from behind for the most part throughout the match. And it's those moments where if he can, in that war of attrition, just take bigger hits off his opponent. So I hit you for 40%, and then you chip me for 25 before I get in and touch you again. And that's got to be the game plan. So you can't be getting those block shoulder charges and losing a bunch. It looks like he has the same idea, and he'll be switching to a character that has a bit of a YOLO approach in those teleports, but it's going to be able to deal with everything in the zoning department here if that is what he's going to rely on exclusively.
Yeah, even though he doesn't necessarily have to worry about all the zoning when he's Scorpion. He could just say, hey, I'm going to teleport right next to you, and now we're playing here. So Woozy's got to be a lot more careful now.
Was not a fan of this skin in MK9, but seeing it in like the updated visual of 11 looks beautiful. Still waiting on the MK3 skins from the trailer, but this skin looks beautiful. I love it. Okay, so here we go. This is what working to be all over the place, switching sides constantly, opening up with throws off those teleport cancels, and really making you just second guess everything. Nice way to evade everything, gets out of there with the teleport, and tries to throw a spear to catch him off guard.
Seeing Sal just cancel into nothing, you're just backing up, trying to bait it down one, trying to bait something, and now a nice block there from Wuzzy, but not going to punish the raw teleport from Sal.
The throw escape failed, being of course the recent recipient of a new throw crushing blow, so now he's got throw crushing blow on both sides. No longer can you kind of lean on technical forward throw to avoid it, because Scorpion also has one of the best throw strike games in the business. Okay, here we go. Big fatal blow damage coming out. This is likely going to end up taking the round here, so was he going to snatch this one? That crushing blow looks still queued up, so still some big tools here available for Sal.
Earthrealm obeys.
Yeah, that's going to be a nice way to end the round two. Not going to leave anything to chances. Just fatal blow, close it out. Sal looking on the back foot again here with the Scorpion. Just getting caught. Making mistakes just like that. It's going to be a punchable move. You can just get the same one check into a throw. Sal gonna get that crushing blow, big damage, 210, that's gonna keep leading as well. Same hurricane pushback. Sal needs to find an option to it. Gonna try to do something here to get a throw going.
Oh wow, the teleport cancels here. Keep it safe, getting in there. Also got him just outside of that fatal blow territory and does not need to worry about it happening again.
Coming right back here is Faded Sal, gonna switch the corner again, tries to go for the short hop 3, not gonna work out. Gets a throw though, already used the crushing blow, but just one more hit's gonna do it, gonna back up in space and go for the overhead, it's gonna connect.
So we got a final round here. Does look like Sal is starting to find some answers. The Poor cancel again, and he will now be okay. That actually didn't throw him out of the corner, and he's I don't know if he spent that crushing blow already, or perhaps a throat tech got rid of it. Nice combo starter here though for Sal.
Teleport.
Spear. Okay, that's gonna be the unamplified into the corner with her.
That multi-purpose teleport right now, using it to just avoid the follow-ups after the hurricane, and teleport himself out of the corner. Gonna get a grab again. Spacing it out, faking a teleport, but gonna get punished for it. No follow-up here from Wuzzy.
Step kick, man, that flick kick from Scorpion is one of the best staggers in the game. Here's the launcher, forces the breakaway. It's like Sal knew it was coming, though, just kind of patiently waiting for it to fall. And he's got a huge life lead here, starting to slip away from him, though. He's already spent that fatal blow at least, so Sal can kind of feel comfortable. He doesn't have to worry about something big killing him, and he's going to go ahead and finish the job with that teleport combo into the new brutality as well. I didn't know that worked at full screen. That is sick. Love it.
So sick. And nice adjustments there from Faded Sal. Switching to the Scorpion, having the teleport at his disposal to really just move around the screen as he's so pleased. Instead of, as with Shao Kahn, really had to walk his way in, go for a YOLO shoulder charge. With this one, he has a couple options off the teleport, which Sal was using to cancel, fake the teleport, go far.
I think
really
that's
mixing it up.
The big kind of change in that is that Cetrion got to dictate a lot of the pace previously when Shao Kahn can't teleport and get behind her whenever he wants. And when Scorpion has that kind of functionality, you see a lot more patient and reserved play from Cetrion, because trying to throw a rock across the screen is not an option. Trying to do a lot of the just kind of willy-nilly lasers and all that stuff, you can't get away with that when Scorpion's there. So much, in fact, that Wuzzy's going to be switching characters completely. He doesn't feel like Cetrion's got the tools, and it'll instead be Gearus that we call on to finish the job.
Sal trying to scout out the sand trap, I believe, with the short hops, but not biting there is Wuzzy. He was using Gearus a majority of the night yesterday, if I do recall correctly, and now gonna get a nice forward two there into the combo here. Not reading the breakaway.
Up that trap, which is so plus on block, going to lead right into that command grab setup. And Scorpion's in the corner. We did see a big life lead there that Sal was sitting on, but Wuzzy has completely turned the tide here to approach the halfway mark on the clock. 55 seconds is where that exists at. And of course, the master of time, Gearus himself, feeling real comfortable as the second half begins.
Sal's gonna keep trying to fight his way back into this match, not going down easy, sitting with the fatal blow. Just one confirm might be able to do it for him. If he's able to get in, avoid these sand traps. Gonna fake the teleport, go for a throw, not working out.
Okay, good block on the spear and the reversal. That's going to be a punish, and that will be the round as well for Gearus. Wuzzy definitely finding an answer here in the Time Titan. See if he can keep this going and secure the victory, or if Scorpion's going to turn around and figure it out. Forces the breakaway again, and we also see Sal kind of waiting for that, right? He's not pushing any buttons. He's letting Wuzzy get away with the break and not giving him any sort of frames that he's stuck in recovery on.
Oh, the big boy body splash, clipping Sal at the very end there. Gonna set up the sand clone now as well. Try to keep up the pressure. Gonna get him with the command grab.
That's set up twice now after the explode. Oh, that's gonna snap that leg here. Scorpion's in big trouble. Wuzzy already took that first round. Fatal blow now is on deck for the Shirai Ryu. Will he be able to successfully unleash it? Here's the launcher. No breakaway here. Oh, drops the combo though. We are going to see a rollout. So if Scorpion can catch him with one more hit, he will be able to close it out with a fatal blow confirmed.
Empty jump over to the other side and not able to confirm that teleport, and the flawless block up two there from Wuzzy. Is not going to close it out. No, it isn't, but the command grab is. My goodness, what defense. Yeah, the defensive scramble there.
I mean, to be completely honest, if he would have amplified that teleport launcher into fatal blow, it was done. I don't even think there was breakaway available at that point, but those minor little drops, those slight errors, they say we take those. So Wuzzy now is going to take the lead along with that game, and he will now be sitting on set point, 1 game away from entering the winners finals and sending Sal into the losers bracket.
Yes, sir. Let's see if Sal is gonna bring up that Cabal, if he's gonna stick with Scorpion, and it's gonna be the Cabal. Cabal Gears is a matchup I was half expecting from Sal.
Black Market Alley.
Let's see if he's able to keep.
Cabal before the match started, and here is where we're seeing Cabal when it's on, last life, right? Last stand is being made on Cabal, so Cabal will make an appearance, but now the situation is rather dire, as he'll need to get the next 2 games in a row with no mistakes to keep Sal on the winner side of the bracket.
To get that grill star, to get that reverse burger cooking up, has to think of something here. Cabal's is gonna have a nice time because the little flow, at least with the air side, is gonna keep him off the ground just a little bit longer to help avoid some of these sand traps. But it's the command grabs that really been doing Sal in.
I think, though, we saw him set up the clone, the sand clone, and if he sets those sand clones up, those have a really big hitbox on the explosion. So if Cabal's jumping around, throwing projectiles all day, he is going to be susceptible to getting popped by one of those exploding sand clones.
And that was so smart of the confirm there. Cancel again. Sal has no meter now to work with. Gonna try shooting some projectiles out over here at Wuzzy. Nice blocks there, taking his turn now. No, confirm, cancels it instead.
Here we go. Scoops him up, take him to the corner. You see Fatal Blow available here from Gearus. Another scoop, gonna keep him in this corner. This lockdown here from Gearus is deadly. That's a big jump kick. There's no breakaway to stop this. This Fatal Blow combo could do it. Oh, breakaway will save him at the end there. He did get his meter back. That have been the right choice, though. Nope, he's still gonna lose the round. And that means as we move now into round 2, he will not have any defensive resources to call upon. It's gonna be all Wuzzy's turn here, at least for the first opening round, or the opening second.
Oh, and that barely misses there. Was able to get that opening hit and not able to confirm anything off of it. And now here comes Faded Sal mixing it up with that day 1 mix. Still works.
What I'm seeing here, though, at the just trying to keep away. I think a big part of that was try to get that defensive meter back. Gearus can hit you like a truck if he gets his hands on you. So trying to have that defensive resource available to you is key. Good defense here from Faded Sound. Now swinging with those hook swords. Not going to get a connection here. Oh, he got a hit, but he went for the cancel. So not going to happen.
Sal's become much more patient now in this round, not wanting to make too huge of mistakes, trying to capitalize on the mistakes that Wuzzy's making. Trying to take his space, take his turn, and gonna eat a command grab for being just a little too patient. Another one,
okay. Wuzzy in control. He still has that Fatal Blow. He kept it last time. Is he going to be able to get the kill here? He'll need one more combo after this. He's got the Sand Simulacrum set up for the plus frames. Another command grab. At this point, you've got to start to see those coming and start short hopping out of him. Tried for the Fatal Blow. It's not having it. I've got a Fatal Blow for you, though, and that will do it. Was he going to scoop him up with the shot back? Taking it 3-1 over.
Yeah, the sand trap into Fatal Blow worked 3 out of 3 times for Wuzzy there. So just not making the right reads on those command grabs. Unfortunately, got hit by quite a few of them, and they start to add up. 18%. Really dope crunches.
Those are deadly, and especially you got to deal with the chip on that, and when he has those sand clones up, it can be a scary situation just knowing that those are on the screen kind of floating around, but you do have to in some cases just kind of make that hard read that, hey, command grab might be coming after this. It's guaranteed. You can't interrupt it or get out of it. You need to be going airborne if you're going to be protected. So plays though from Wuzzy, he will take it 3-1 here, sending Sal into our losers bracket. And speaking of the losers bracket, I do believe, well, actually, do we do winners finals right now, or do we jump into losers bracket? What is I believe we're going to do
losers. We go losers.
Okay. All right, yeah. So we're going to hop over into that losers bracket. And this is where things are going to get a little bit more cutthroat. People are going to be going home. And that is not a fun feeling, but you made top 8. That's pretty good.
Hey, you gotta tell your mama at home, I made top 8, man. But this next matchup coming up is going to be Killstreak versus Killtron. Actually, what I'm very excited to watch, it's going to be, I'm assuming, Jax versus Shang. And we'll see how Killtron's able to get in on Killstreak. She's very patient, very defensive. Shang Tsung, he stays patient, he plays solid, he keeps you away, and he keeps you frustrated is the hardest part about playing Killstreak. Let's see if Killtron get that offense started.
Sounds good to me. I am always happy to see some talented Shang play. This is about to be a bit of a kill fest here. Killtron versus Killstreak. Let's go. Looking forward to seeing that. Just got to get our competitors in here, and the carnage can commence.
I think Killtron's been playing really solid. Was able to beat Chico yesterday. They had a back and forth match. Chico, of course, one of those SoCal boys who trying to defend the turf, and unfortunately just got so close. It was 3-2 against his spawn. So that was a close match. Got sent down to losers actually by Aaron DeMac, who might want that run back on the other side of the losers bracket.
That's going to be exciting for some of these players if they ran into each other yesterday and are part of the reason that they're in the losers bracket too. Now that they've had a little bit of time to perhaps reflect on the matches and see kind of what went wrong, to see if they are going to have any new tricks up their sleeve for the second meeting here. That is going to be interesting to see if that ends up coming up here. We do have our competitors in here, though, so character selection is about to get underway, and we're going to see if, like you said, we're going to get that. I think it was Shang versus Jax. Sounds like a lovely match to me.
Yes, sir. Both players just loading up right now. Gonna get that character select going, and here we go. Let's see Shang Tsung, Jax Briggs, just like I called, hunkered down. I love seeing Killtron hit the crushing blow on hunkered down too, with just a bag of
I will vow not to
mention
blow while it's going off. I have been. It seems like I am the expert at the commentator's curse, because anytime I'm like, "Will it be the crushing blow?" It sure as hell will not. So I just like to sit back and watch when it's happening, and then the spines will snap as long as I don't open my mouth.
You know, I keep my mouth shut and I just listen for the hoo-ah. If I hear that, we're good to go. Here we go, right into it. Skipping the intros, though. No time wasted, and no time wasted throwing an up skull in the neutrals kill streak.
This is probably going to be the game plan through and through, is just keep that metal-armed monstrosity away from you. But now she's in there. Ground pound to go. Gonna try to at least contest at the full screen, but this is a bit of an up-oh. His Killstreak's gonna be able to get that full screen game. Nice duck underneath that kick. Is a high. Is again. What that dash is at, it gets her in, but only temporarily, right? Like you shoot her with the thumper across the screen, and then now you've got to kind of close that gap again. It's a different story in the corner, which we're starting to approach. All three of the uses of that offensive meter have been on those amplified dash punches, and that's like where all of the damage that's on Killstreak's side has come from as well, but it just hasn't been able to be turned into bigger momentum. Speaking of momentum, we've got a fatal blow.
There's a bigger dash punch for you, Dream. You kind of get some more damage in there. Is Killtron, but Killstreak's gonna be sent back just a little farther, rolling back to create more space as well, and able to just throw out that big kick into the up skulls, and that's gonna close out the round.
Was a really smart play from Killstreak to just get out of there. Those fully heated arms would have had enough damage locked up on a different crushing blow there if they would have gotten caught. So nice play from Killstreak to avoid it, and now just continuing to set up the obstacle course. The ground skulls, the corpse drops, the straight fireballs. Jax cannot really find a solid way in other than that dash punch, which has not been really leading into any follow-up. Okay, there we go. This is going to be big. There is still breakaway available, but just going to go into a quick combo here. Gets the knockdown for the full damage. Ooh, command grab setup, lift.
Down 4 into up skulls again, trying to send him the full screen, but unfortunately that's going to whip on the ender there, but the up skull's going to catch the dash punch coming in.
Nice throw tech. More up skulls trying to get in there. I think he might have just been a little bit too far back, got clipped by the amplify or the extra one, and that will be Killstreak taking game 1.
Good, solid defensive play there by Killstreak, just backing up, throwing out his up skulls, catching Killtron with punishing with the up, not only with punishing with up skulls, but also throwing out that big normal, I think it's like stand 3 from Shang Tsung that just launched his foot out and then into more up skulls and to get back to full screen. Jags, try again.
I think a big part of that was just the not being afraid of throwing those up skulls. Jax is a character that doesn't have great punishes or tools for really closing that gap if he does happen to block it, or even if it whiffs right there. And even when we saw Killtron being able to close that gap with the amplified dash punch, didn't do anything in the long run, right? Like it was harmful in that, I just lost 12%. But then beyond that, it was like, oh, well, now I'm back to a comfortable position. We'll have another ground skull. And it worked out. We saw multiple times that when Kiltron was trying to get in there to follow up, it was actually getting clipped by the ground skull, and then just the damage kept on mounting up in Shang's favor. Which now this is going to be an all Shang matchup. We got a mirror match underway. Kill streak in the red trunks though, so at least we can tell who is who. Sometimes these players pick some skin, and it's ridiculous. No idea who's who.
Yeah, Killstreak's going to be on the red trunks on the left, and Kiltron now getting a grab. This is going to be a mirror match. Kiltron pulled out the Shang yesterday. Did not work out in his favor, but let's see if the mirror match is going to fare a little bit better.
For that big overhead, and here we go. Kiltron able to get some damage. That's going to be a full screen push, and into the zoning. Having a taste of your own medicine, perhaps. Oh, okay. Wow, I'm actually surprised that Red Shang won. I must have been a weird spacing or timing thing there. This goes just barely with.
He's closing the space a lot more than Kiltron is. Does not want to keep the zoning game going because he does not have the life lead. Now he's trying to find a spot to take back some life, and actually, now he's sitting in the counter position. He can go on the zoning game now.
Big jump kick will connect here. Shang Tsung, Honor staring down the other Shang Tsung. Oh, this is going to be it. Going to go straight into Fatal Blow. Going to guarantee the kill here. I believe that Kiltron did have access to the breakaway. And the other thing, too, about Shang Tsung is his corner combos in this variation are not great. He doesn't have a good launcher other than that string, forward 2 string. But the ground skulls will not launch properly in the corner. So since that was a bit of a corner combo scenario, that was the best scenario for Killstreak to go for that Fatal Blow. To just spend it, get the kill, and not have to worry.
Oh, now it's a little bit. He's in the same position he was in last round, where he has to get the life lead back, take his turn, get in with that offense, and again just whipping to close in that space. Now staggering Kiltron here is Killstreak, trying to get something going, open up, get Kiltron to by jumping over those up skulls, and now up skulls of his own whipping, and he's gonna punish it by jumping over the up skulls. So many!
Oh man, Fatal Blow attempt as well. Kiltron just getting cracked open right now. This throw doesn't do as much as most throws, so still alive, but just barely. She needs to find an answer here and now. That is going to be a big start. Forces the breakaway out by the fireball, and it looked like Killstreak had the plan of just spending all of the meter there and then to burn right through those remaining defensive bars and finish the job. Killstreak is going to expand upon that lead, now up 2-0. And that is a little rough for Kiltron, because Kiltron went for the mirror match and didn't pay off. Did not pay off.
Was not able to get the job done. Honestly, it looked like Kiltron either way was looking more comfortable with Jax. Got more hits in, and he was able to get the life leads early in those games. But once Killstreak made the adjustments and really started putting on the pressure, it would begin to steamroll, and Kiltron would lose that lead rather decisively. But one more game to bring it back. Has, I believe, one more character in the bag of tricks as well. Does not decide to go back to Jax or also run that mirror one more time.
We got a full roster here. It will be the mirror match yet again, though, so we are going to see an attempt to kind of fight fire with fire. Going to use the same tools that have been poised against her. Answer back against Killstreak. We'll see if Kiltron can finish the job. It's going to need to be a full reverse 3-0 as well, and it's all going to rely on the Shang Tsung to do it. Currently, Killstreak is one game away from closing it out.
Right back into it here, skipping them intros. Nice interrupt there by Kiltron again. Killstreak sitting with the red trunks, Kiltron on the right side with the yellowish trunks. Beige?
I feel like that's the default skin. Like, Kiltron, it did not customize Shang Tsung for this. This is just I don't want to play the Jax matchup, so might as well just use your tools. Though, so far, off to a good start here is Kiltron, effectively keeping Red Trunks Shang away.
Now Killstreak having a harder time finding his way in, but there's that matchup knowledge of your own character. I know that's going to whip right here and just shoot an up close of his own, and Kiltron doing the same exact thing.
So perfectly spaced. The second skull just comes out behind him. Shang is unfazed because he's in the middle of summoning his own to punish you. That was super well spaced. Insane.
Catching him with the up skulls here is Killstreak. Gonna catch him with the corpse drop now. Doing some zoning of his own. Has the life lead, so now's the time to do it. Killstreak has not found himself on this comfortable life lead since the set began.
This is, for the most part, Killtron was able to take it early, but then it kind of fell apart afterward. Here we do see Killstreak, though, starting to get in the driver's seat from the get-go. That's going to be the anti-air ground skull now pushing into the corner. Big jump kick will connect, and this is going to be the kill here, and now going to poise Killstreak for closing this set out, one round away from sending Killtron out of the tournament.
Catching him immediately on the opening of that round with the up skulls again, ducking under the second of the projectile and shooting off some up skulls is Killtron. Trying to do something, finds their back to the corner, gonna eat that big boot to the face. A down one now. Killstreak trying to open up Killtron with something. Nice patience there though.
A corpse drop gonna interrupt the ground skulls. Man, look at that though. Killstreak seems to have significantly better spacing on those ground skulls. We've seen consistently the ground skulls kind of being a little bit finicky for Killtron, but Killstreak is constantly able to put him right where he needs him.
I think that just comes with how much Killstreak has played this character. As soon as Shang was out and announced Killstreak was switching mains, and it shows that spacing with the upskulls has just been on point. Able to take this 3-2 against Killtron.
3-0.
3-0.
Yeah, Killtron just unable to find some proper footing there. Jack's gonna get the job done, and the mirror matches did not work out either. So Shang is going to be victorious, although Shang was obviously gonna win the Shang mirror, but Red Shang wins. Trunks will walk away.
I felt like that was way closer, man. Maybe it was just how many upskulls were being thrown out in the neutral that just
looked
prolonged
like Shang
them.
doing well the whole time, because technically he was.
But great showing there by Killtron. Unfortunately, going to be knocked out of the tournament here tonight. Going to have to try again next month. Killstreak is going to find their way along in the bracket.
For Jax in those zoning heavy matchups, right? Like, you know, Jax is a character that is reliant on getting up and close, and for characters that can kind of keep you out and prevent that, it can be tough. So you got to respect the tenacity and willing to kind of go to a character that might fare a little bit better in that matchup. Ultimately, it is Killstreak advancing. Means we're going to be moving on to our final opening match here, where the brackets were already set in stone, and then from there, it's all up to the results. Our final already predetermined match is going to be Zintai versus Blackout. So this is going to probably be another Shang Tsung pick. And then I'm looking to expect to see Blackout busting out the cowboy himself, Aaron Black. That's the character that I know him for over on the Xbox side of things, where I typically can be found. So, you know, he's had some really good showings. He's even won one of the full events over there. So he's got a really, really solid Aaron Black, and be up against the Sorcerer again.
And yesterday he played really great. He just had the unfortunate timing of going against the Nomad Dashes of Faded Sal, and got caught a couple of times. And it really, like, what can you do when that happens? You know, just try again next time. And he played solid in losers to make his way into top 8, and now he just wants to continue on in this bracket.
Well, speaking of try again next time, you know, if Blackout can come out of this alive, there is a potentiality that we may just end up seeing that run back happen, because both of those players are still alive in our bracket here. So,
hey, don't you have a tournament, dude, coming up?
me?
Yeah, the Nightmare series.
I host tournaments every Tuesday and Saturday for Xbox players. I know a lot of the Mortal Kombat love is the PlayStation side of things, but we still got some exiles, some strays out there that are Xbox owners. So if you've got an Xbox and an Ethernet cord, you Wi-Fi plebs, stay away. You are more than welcome to come hang out in the Nightmare series, which is an all Xbox event, and we've got some absolute killers out there. Currently sitting on a $500 prize pool for the series for this month's season.
Cool, man. Yeah, I just put out the graphic banner. So this is Tuesdays and Saturdays at 5:30 p.m. Central, correct?
5:30 p.m. Central is when check-in starts. That's when you guys want to get into Smash G. Let the at least let the internet know that you're there, and we get the matches underway. We do the whole tournament in one night, so it can end up being a pretty long ordeal, but we have a ton of fun doing it. So if you Xbox players out there looking for a home, we got one for you. Absolutely. I think also have a pretty decent number. I want to say the opening event Tuesdays had like a 90-player bracket, so there is a stacked bracket, tons of competition, and if all you've got is access to an Xbox, we got you covered.
Sweet, man, sweet. Yeah, I'm still inviting. I think Zentai. He needed another one.
Okay, we gotta get the summoner circle up for the sorcerer himself. Trying to get Shang in here. Zentai has a super good Shang though. I've seen him play in a couple of Panther events and stuff, and his Shang song is really, really solid. So this is gonna be quite the clash between these two.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure to watch his Shang, especially the ninja variation that he's been pulling out quite a bit, as well as pulled out against RoboCop yesterday, just because of that smoke parry does so good against any kind of projectile. I was really able to clutch him out this top 8 for that Shang, putting in that work.
And you know the other thing too, you mentioned the ninja version of Shang. We just got to see Warlock, but Shang Tsung has multiple variations, and unlike some characters, multiple variations that are viable, that can be usable and played at a competitive level. So it's going to be interesting to see the kind of approach and different game plan that we get when we're seeing Shang with the ninja moves. He's going to have access to not ground skulls. The Ermac lift kind of takes over that, which that fills a similar role, but he doesn't have a corpse drop. He has to play a little bit more of that mid-screen game because he doesn't have that big, annoying corpse drop control from full screen.
It certainly is going to be that Shang as we've been speaking about. Like you called, got to bring out that same Aaron Black that I'm getting pretty used to seeing from Blackout as well. He's showing his face quite a bit now all over the scene.
I haven't seen Blackout play anything but Aaron Black since MKX. I used to run into him, and it didn't go well when I would run into him in MKX. And, even moving here into 11, it's just been non-stop Westerns here from him. So he's got some dedication to the character, and that kind of dedication and loyalty honestly can pay big dividends to players that are putting that work in, because you start to get more familiar with some of the little nuanced interactions, particularly talking about the Limbo champ Aaron Black himself, who's going to low profile under all sorts of stuff. It's ridiculous, and I'm sure that Blackout is going to be able to tap into some of that weird stuff if it presents an opportunity.
Yeah, and also when you play a character that you enjoy, as it looks like Blackout does, because it looks, but some of these chip setups that he does with people just standing in acid and he's literally holding block in front of them, I would be laughing like crazy if I was him. Like, dude, look at this guy. Look at this guy. He's just standing in acid. Look at the health chip away.
It's glorious. And you know, I love watching the players, just jab interrupting that string here. When players are willing to, because that's a different approach, right? That's a different form of offense. That's defense as offense. Like, I've already put my damaging thing out there, and now you are just going to stand in it, and I'm going to still get my damage, and I'm just going to have to worry about blocking. It's a really interesting approach, and I love to see players that can kind of play both sides of that. They've got solid offense when it's their turn, but they're willing to be defensive and bleed you out when the situation calls for it.
Gum's gonna find himself with his back to the corner.
More ground skulls, not enough Ermac.
You know, we needed some more ground skulls in our life, and that's what Zentai's gonna try to bring to us with his Warlock, and just a raw slide there from Blackout to try to get himself back into this match. But that throw's gonna slow him down just a little bit. Zentai throwing down these corpses, gonna shoot out some up skulls soon in about 3 seconds. Oh no!
I wonder if the reason for not going with the ninjas is because access to the corpse drop in this matchup, I think, is crucial. You cannot scud shot the corpse. It doesn't count as a projectile. You can't get rid of it. Just stuck dealing with it. So I think that may be a big reason that Zentai wants to do that, so that he can still be a threat at full screen. Unfortunately, not enough of a threat, as Blackout is going to go ahead and secure game 1. He might have just been exposing himself as a crushing blow held check. He does that to let everybody know that that's how he plays, and you still lost.
That was good play there by Blackout with his crushing blow held check.
He does. He plays his crushing blow hot check. You can't crushing blow people at the finishing screen.
Don't tell me that. Oh my god.
Yep, dude. It's like all of them.
He's bodying people like this, dude. They all do it.
I'll do it. Soul Warrior's one of them too. I'll expose all of you. I think it's ridiculous. You degenerates.
Aaron Black.
Like, yeah, I don't even need to think about that button. I'm trying.
They still
that's so
get the
great.
W, so I guess
That's,
matter, but yeah.
It's Blackout right here getting a W right on the first game of this set of 1-0 right now. Zentai is gonna stick with the same variation as Shang, the Warlock variation with the up skulls.
So we're going to continue to see bodies dropping from the sky. Scud Shot will be ineffective at dealing with them. So still going to be able to contest at the full screen. We'll see if Shang even kind of wants to play that. I'm starting to get the idea that perhaps getting up and aggressive in the face of Aaron Black might be part of the approach. Though going to go straight into more of that kind of zoning heavy approach. Ground skulls controlling and dictating the pace of the match. But I believe Aaron Black is going to be kind of difficult to tame.
Nice anti-air with the downpour, also pushing him all the way back into that acid. Look at how much chip he just took. That was like 4 straight hits, and already Zentai sitting at about half of his health.
It's just been an acid setup, and then chip damage, and then that throw. And like that, little bit with that straight hits is equated to half of his life. And at the time when we were talking about that, Blackout only lost like 10%. So it's really, really starting to stack up in his favor. Nice use of the boot drop to close the gap, get out of the way of the hammock kick, and also sort of set up that fatal or that crushing blow. Fatal blow coming out though from Zentai. Not going to be enough to kill. This is going to hit for about 42% or so. So I think that he will be alive. This Azuna drop at the end is only going to be enough to put him in that 80% health or 8 health range. A boot drop crushing blow is also available, and he's gonna go for it. Gonna just take the risk. I guess it's not a big risk because it's safe, but oh man, he just went for it. You could have. I mean, that's predictable to some degree, but Zentai not standing up in time.
Yeah, he went for a full dash in between the 2 boot drops in order to just kind of play that little bit of a mind game. Am I gonna do it again? Am I gonna dash up and grab you? But just completely controlling the corner position here now. His Blackout has a full health bar and able to just pop him on the top of the head with the rifle and just keep him in this acid now.
He was working on a flawless victory there. Zentai coming alive here, but he's already lost 80% of that health bar. And this throw will kill. He's going to keep those toes in the acid to check if it's cold enough. The brutality to stomp his head off. That will do it. Blackout now going to take the lead up 2-0 here over Zentai. And Zentai is going to need an answer. Is it perhaps the ninjas? The corpse drop in the zoning is not working out. It just seemed that when they're sitting at that full screen game between the acid and the rifle and stuff, Blackout's able to start to pull away.
Blackout, he's playing so solid right now. That last round is definitely shows off the way Blackout has been dominating this matchup right now. He's being patient enough to not get hit by all these random corpse, all the corpse drops that are just coming down from the sky. He's being patient enough to pick his boot drop, shooting the right projectiles, keeping him in the corner, getting him with the throws, doing the chip setups. It's been a lot to deal with for Zentai.
I think another big thing too for Blackout that kind of extends beyond this set right here is so far Shang has been the only character that we've got repeats on, right? So since he's running into a Shang player right now, he's collecting data that he's going to be able to potentially use in future matchups as well. Everybody else is getting stuff that's going to be kind of one-off, can't use it again, but this is going to help if Blackout stays alive in these brackets and ends up running into Killstreak as well. So just the kind of way that he's able to play and space out the ground skulls and the corpse drops, this is all sort of good practice for what is potentially his future if he can finish the job here and knock Zentai out of Wednesday Night Fights.
It is. Zentai's going to have to pull all the tricks out of that bag in order to run this all the way back. Needs to win 3 without dropping a single game. Going to stagger a little bit into the up skulls. Nice way of opening him up. Blackout to just start off this match.
This is a really good start from Zentai. As soon as I say that, though, going to get clipped by the full screen slide, and then going to be dropped with the throw on top of the acid. 21% throw. Command grab characters wish.
Aaron back from Black, one of the scariest characters to just get thrown by. when you see it happen, it takes so long too that you're just like, oh my god, he's gonna throw it again.
It's awful, and you just watch your health just slowly tick away. Ty gonna restore a little bit of it with that forward throw here. And okay, not at the right positioning. You have to be standing at a perfect spacing to actually scud shot those ground skulls. You can only shoot stuff that's in front of you. So if they're erupting from behind, you're done. But man, Blackout just hanging in there. And Fatal Blow will secure the round here, staying alive and almost dead. But now he's gonna be on set point. It's all looking great for Aaron Black now.
Very good composure there by Blackout, keeping his cool, not making a mistake, and able to capitalize off that string into the Fatal Blow, close out the round. Now one away from moving on in the loser side of this bracket, wants to face Aaron the Mac in the next round.
Blackout has been making big risky plays with those full screen slides, and it has been paying off. Not only does it get the damage and he's connecting, but it's getting him in, which is where he wants to be. He's not letting Zintai get comfortable at those long screen distances. And even now, the fact that that slide is a threat, and a threat that's been realized, I think that it's going to even give Zintai pause when he's at that full screen. Now I don't even have to slide again. You're going to be worried about it whether I do it or not.
It's that mind game that's being set up right now by Blackout. Find himself at full screen again, blocking a couple corpse drops. Oh, and just getting his soul stolen. Yeah, that was smart.
Puddle, acid puddle. Put the acid puddle out. What are you doing? Okay, it's fine. I mean, maybe you didn't know the input for it.
Yeah, one of the tricky things about Shang Tsung when you
didn't have time to check the button list.
Yeah, you gotta know what you're doing, and that's sweet. Into the
roll
patrol. Such a good setup.
18% throw. Amplified command grabs at like 17. It's obnoxious that this character does this stuff.
Okay, 18 plus the additional time he was already laying on the ground just from eating a sweep right before.
It's absurd. Locking him down with that rifle. Now Blackout in a much more comfortable range. We saw Zintai having him full screen for a moment there. Boy makes his way in. The short hop attack will connect as well.
Just eating some up skulls there. Yeah.
There's still breakaway here, though, from Blackout, hanging on to that defensive bar. And now Zintai has access to the Fatal Blow.
And that's that mix I was telling you about last game that he got him with the double dash. Mario Kart up in here into the sweep. Fatal Blow!
Oh my god, I can't believe he didn't do it the first time, and then he got the redemption attempt, and he did it. But that got real scary. Spaghetti everywhere at the end of that one. The unit drop will be enough, though. 37%. And Zintai is on the board here, securing game 3. Could be the momentum he needs to turn this whole franchise around.
Down without a fight is Zintai. Needs 2 more, but it's looking possible now. Playing much better.
He had to spend the Fatal Blow to do it, but so did Blackout, right? Blackout, the only round that he took in that game was on the back of a Fatal Blow. So while they are having to pull out the big artillery to get it done, Ty is proving that he absolutely has what it takes to get it done, and if he can kind of maintain this composure, maintain this posture over Blackout, he might be able to turn this around and get that reverse 3-0, the coveted reverse 3-0.
And has to stick with that Shang Tsung throughout this coveted first 3-0 that he's trying to achieve. No switching, has to just let it rock, play solid against Blackout's Aaron Black, who
he needs to have an adaptive strategy. Not only does it need to work for this game, but it needs to be able to kind of change and shift to whatever changes Blackout's going to make in response to that. Blackout is not going to take this lying down. He's already coming up with new tricks and strategies here on this loading screen, I'm sure. So Zintai is going to need to make the slight adjustments and really be able to make sure that he can keep this winning strategy in the winning side of things. Far off to a decent start, gets clipped by the Amplify, but that does also mean that Blackout is already out of offensive meters. Oh, the Amplify catches them. I don't care if you shoot my skull. I've got another one.
Yeah, right now we're already seeing a different playstyle from Blackout. He's going for more of those online tactics that we're used to see from Aaron Black's, the forward 2 slide, the random slides, the Amplify after the boot drop. You don't know if I'm gonna do it or not. Another slide.
Okay, here we go. In big with those overheads. Not going to take the risk with the low slide at the end. I'm sure that he knows that Zintai might be the kind of player that can fuzzy that. So big risk if you want to go for it. The roll patrol will catch him trying to escape again. That is like the 3rd time that he's tried to roll away while on acid. And Blackout has sniffed it out hard with that wake up, or the roll on the wake up, and throwing him out of it, keeping him in the acid. It is deadly, and it costs him defensive bar to get messed up like that too. That is tough.
Yeah, you're paying to just get murdered. And some upskulls catching Blackout and just sliding right past that corpse drop there.
Umpire called that one safe, but it was barely.
The umpire might need to review that one. And now keeping him in the corner here is Zintai. Blackout trying to fight his way out, trying to do something here. So,
hey, here we go. That was a big whiff. Let's see if Zintai can capitalize. There is still breakaway available from Blackout, but now he's only got about 20% health. It might not even matter. He spent all of his defensive bar rolling about or something. Okay, another throw in the acid. Get your toes out of the water. Lifeguard said out of the water. It doesn't mean you can just keep doing it.
Tries to just go for the straight hit confirm, thinking it's gonna work out, commits to it, but it doesn't happen. That's the fake blow from Zintai.
That was so smart from Zintai to duck underneath that with that string. Low back three string that he has from Shang that ducked and low profiled the rifle follow-up, because that bonk from Aaron Black, when they followed up with the rifle, it can be a pain to punish, but if you're ducking underneath the shot, no problem. So we do have a final round here, and if Zintai can keep this momentum, that's going to bring us to a game 5, and game 5 with him in the driver's seat, which is going to potentially rattle Blackout a little bit. He's got to keep this composure.
Was a little bit of an expensive win there for Zintai, but he needs to do everything he can in order to stay in this and not eat so many slides. He's taking quite a few in this fourth game.
The slides have been a pretty big part of this story here. Blackout's just been able to get across that screen, get under those fireballs, and catch his opponent off guard here. The back-to-back boot for the crushing blow. Zintai has already spent his own fatal blow, so he's not going to be able to tap into that resource. Not quite close enough that time. Blackout is also about to be on fatal blow with zone. One more little tickle will do it. Be careful.
Right underneath the stand one, and now stop rolling. Zintai is telling them. The roll patrol.
Careful. That's it.
Oh,
no, it's not. He's changed his mind. What's happening?
Oh, yes, it's gonna do it. His toes got wet again. Dream Eater. He learned his lessons.
Oh, easy. That scramble at the end, the fact that he survived and had just a little opportunity. It's getting pretty wild here, but Blackout will secure the bag there, finishing the job and sending Zintai out. Very well done. What a close finish.
I thought that Blackout had it after the forward too, but then he went for the YOLO slide to mix it up. Mm-hmm. That almost costed him that entire.
I thought he was gonna let back 2-2-2 rip into fatal blow. That's what I was expecting.
Even just a back 2-2, I think, just beat him over the head with the gun would have done it. Yeah, but works out for him. Very, very close game there. And gonna move on in the bracket. There is Blackout. He's going up against Aaron the Mac next, little bit later on in the night. Then we're gonna make our way back into the winner side of the bracket.
We're gonna be hanging out here on the loser side a little bit longer here, where we previously saw these players play on the winner side. They've got a loss under their belt, but it's just their first one here in the tournament, so they're still alive as we see them yet again in the loser side of things. It will be interesting to see if they've recovered and how they've kind of adapted from their previous loss as well, because that's something that I think has to be considered in some of these events that take place over multiple days, is that there is without a doubt a period of icing when you go to sleep from your victories from the night before, the day before, and that gap you want to, for the most part, I'm sure players are going to want to be warming up beforehand, maybe getting some combat league or training sessions in with their friends. But those early, you don't have that momentum to rely on. So when your first opening match is a loss, you gotta really be able to shake that loose, not let that rattle you, and just kind of move into your losers bracket matches just as fresh as ever and looking to win.
Yeah, that's a big part of tournaments, online, in person, is those tournament nerves and really shaking off a loss or shaking off a bad round, taking that time to go to character select and just take that breather, because the human brain can put up some pretty big obstacles for itself, and
absolutely,
if you're not mentally in the game, if you're not mentally there, you're gonna beat yourself.
The thing is, this is not an online thing at all. This is like most offline
Anywhere.
events. Top 8 is on Sunday afterwards. So your victories from Saturday, you might spend Sunday, your first game of the day, losing, and you have to be willing to recover from that and not let it affect you. So we're going to see a little bit of a testament that from our players. Are they going to continue to falter, or will they going to kind of recover and turn it around and stay alive here in the losers bracket? Looks like we do have them in the lobby here, though. Character selection about to get underway, and we're going to see which characters they're going to be locking into for at least the opening match here, as we have Sal versus Killstreak.
Scorpion, Cabal.
Gonna stick
Also-
with the Cabal. There is Sal. This is gonna be a SoCal kill, by the way. Both players.
On the other side of that, too, Killstreak is coming off of a win, right? Killstreak is feeling good. He's got momentum behind him. So this is a little bit of a clash of perhaps moods that's going to happen right now. Streak's
Yes,
feeling pretty good. Faded Sal's got to shake off a bit of a tough defeat, but only one of them is going to be walking away from this one here. Cabal will come out from the start, though. I think that's important. We saw Shao Kahn and some other characters there, but this time it's going to be straight to the burn victim right from the get-go.
In these past 2 days, number 6 of the YOLO Nomad dashes that are working out for Sal. I'm still keeping track for him, but I think this has been his best character these past 2 days in Cabal for Faded Sal. He's been so close to just winning all his games. He's got good damage, and he's playing phenomenally with him. Just has to play a little bit better to move on in this bracket.
This is also another character that isn't necessarily reliant on the corner, right? Like, this character gets his damage in the mid-screen. We just saw there, Sal able to get a clean 29% combo in the mid-screen. Another one there, 26%. So he's able to get those respectable numbers without needing to get some insane corner damage like some characters like Johnny Cage might feel a little bit more comfortable in and have bigger damage.
Sal getting that opening hit again here on Killstreak. Gonna try to shoot up some upskulls as well to keep Sal away, but that Nomad Dash is gonna get him right back in. Killstreak has to be careful where he's placing these upskulls.
I think that an interesting thing to note, though, is the challenge on the Nomad Dash cancel. That is going to have to start being a thing when you see the Nomad Dash being willing to cancel and not just sit there and block. Or willing to challenge it, because eventually you want to force your opponent to not cancel it and to actually let it rip and get blocked. So you have to at least let him know that, hey, I am going to be challenging these when I see those cancels coming out.
Something that Killstreak is not going to have the opportunity to do. No breakaway either on Killstreak's side. And nice
anti-air, and that, oh no, drop!
Just curse.
Okay. And the heal there is going to be big for him. That's going to mean that that last breath is not going to actually be a scenario right at the start. Another healing throw. He's now sitting at 5% health with Fatal Blow ready to go. If he connects with one more hit, it's over. Come on.
Nice jump there from Sal. Gonna get him with the brutality. Not even sure how that one works. He's gonna spin so fast. This game's just gonna rip all off of him. Just drip, drip.
Our scientists with many questions, and NetherRealm will not answer any of their calls. So I'm not telling you how it works. You're gonna have to figure that one on your own.
That's how the realms converge, you know, that just causes things weird to happen.
Exactly. All in the lore, you just gotta read the scrolls. It'll teach you. Do see Faded Sal here taking game 1.
And a good showing there, too. Like you were saying, shaking off that last loss that he received from Wuzzy, getting right back into it, looking very comfortable, hitting these full screen Nomad dashes at the right times, capitalizing on his opportunities, keeping it solid.
This is absolutely crucial. I think that if you can take that first game, you can break the losing streak. That is really big for, because now Sal can say to himself, "Okay, I'm back. I'm here. I'm doing it fine. This is okay." And the things aren't still continuing to go off the rails. I think if you lose that opening match, losers on your first dip into the losers bracket, that can be tough, and the pressure will really start to stack. So he's gonna breathe a sigh of relief, and another Nomad Dash just raw coming out. That's lucky number 7.
My goodness, I just want Sal to keep it going. Oh, and look at the little walk back. That was clean, too. Baiting out the challenge on the Nomad Dash cancel. And now catching him in the corner here is Faded Sal. Going to go for the short hop mix. Goes for the Nomad cancel again. Catches him with the low this time. This is looking like all Sal baits the down 2 on the wake up. My goodness, Sal's going to keep on going. He's going to keep on going.
God. That was unending, absolutely relentless there in that corner. He spent literally every resource he had to do it. He dived deep into those pockets to spend all of the offensive and defensive bars, but it got the job done. He's got around here, and it does look like Killstreak's going to answer back here in round 2, starting to get established here to full screen game. But man, if Sal locks him in the corner again, that looked deadly.
Sal was extremely aggressive and now trying to keep Killstreak at bay with some zoning, but getting a little impatient, trying to jump his way in and getting some up skulls as a present for it. Skulls here from Killstreak's side, trying to do something here to close out the life bar on Sal's, and an up skull is going to hit again. These stray hits are going to add up. Sal has to do something in order to stay in this match. Killstreak doing all he can to just keep him away.
All right, here we go. Killstreak staying alive here. He will secure round 2. And got a final round on our hands here. Killstreak starting to find a bit of an answer. Okay, I'm not really sure who ends up winning that trade, to be honest. They both get knocked down. That is going to be Killstreak, though, taking some damage.
Sitting on a life lead right now, but the health bars are pretty close, and that's going to tie him up here. We're back into the neutral as well. Sal closing the space, coming in with those mids into the overhead, trying to open up Killstreak, get him to block low.
He almost got that.
That was super close, almost hit the confirm.
I think that what we're really definitely seeing, though, is when Cabal gets close, he's in control. Like, the cancels, it is just Killstreak sitting there, they're locked down, blocking for his life, and Sal is just going in. So this definitely looks to be a kind of game where Killstreak wants to get away. He's not trying to get up close and personal with Cabal, because Cabal seems to have the upper hand in that.
Yeah, definitely is what we're seeing, but Killstreak able to just stay patient. The Fatal Blow armor not coming through in time for Sal there, and he's just going to eat that jump kick 1-1. Even though
Tying it up.
Yeah, even though how Sal had such a dominating first round there, Killstreak, it's that composure we're talking about. Kept it chill, kept his composure, able to stay solid, and not let that first round get in his head.
I also saw some really solid defense from him, which is a big part of that composure. You know, I was just talking about how it was all Cabal's turn. It was really relentless pressure. But the thing is pressure didn't lead to anything ultimately, as Killstreak was able to just sit there, weather the storm, and kind of make his way out of that relatively unscathed. Took a lot of chip damage, but not much more than that. And he was able to then turn that into getting the full damage needed for the kill. We are going to see Sal now make another character switch, though. The Cabal abandonment in full effect. He's now going to be relying on the Shirai Ryu to turn this around. We saw him switch over to Scorpion earlier when he was up against Cetrion. Looks like he is potentially going to have the same idea. This character likes to throw things at me. I'm going to teleport around him.
And Scorpion was actually his day one main for Sal. He began this MK11 career playing Scorpion. Never dropped him, just when the teleport change happened, he started to pick up other characters and dabble in other realms. But as we can see, still very comfortable with Scorpion, picks him for certain matchups, and this is going to be one of them, teleporting around the up skulls, not afraid to teleport all over the place and get him with the overhead as well.
He's doing a pretty decent job here with Scorpion, already having pushed Killstreak past that 50% mark, and now starting to edge him into the Fatal Blow territory.
Closer and closer here. Killstreak just a couple hits away from being that Fatal Blow to get that little comeback mechanic that is built into MK11.
Okay, goes for the Crushing Blow, not going to connect. Now it looks like Sal just kind of trying to hang back a little bit. Doesn't want to get too aggressive. He knows that Fatal Blow is there and doesn't want to get caught by something that can turn to big damage. I'm sure he'd rather just get hit by maybe a stray ground skull or a corpse drop that kind of just ends there. But that is going to be round 1 going over to Sal after the character switch.
Oh, and beating him out that time. Nice work there by Sal.
Has been just emptying out that defensive meter every single time he's got a bar. He's happy to spend it. Here we go, though, with the big combo coming off of that full screen spear. Drops it toward the end there, though. That is going to be a little bit unfortunate. We're being some crucial damage on the table.
As soon as that meter comes back, Sal's not afraid to spend it like you're saying, and there it goes again. He's okay with having half of a meter. He's totally fine with it.
I don't need a breakaway.
Just gonna let
Finishing
this
the string.
offense speak for itself. A little bit more to go on the health bar of kill streak in order for Sal to take a second game. That should do it. Yes, it is.
Here we go. Sal will take game 3, and now he is poised to close out the set if he can just secure one more victory. He is, of course, going to now be locked in with Scorpion instead. So we will perhaps see a switch from Killstreak. Maybe he's got a different approach that he prefers when Scorpion's on the screen. We shall see as we move now into game 4. Back to the character selection screen to see which characters they'll be locking in with this time.
Well, that kill streak also has a Jade in the back pocket, but
Okay.
against Scorpion, I'm not sure that will be much of a difference maker. Shang,
The hourglass.
That matchup
Gonna
doesn't
stick it out?
immediately sound better to me, but
no,
you know.
not at all. So gonna stick it out with Shang. Gonna let it rock. Scorpion Shang Tsung gonna stick it out for 2 more games if he happens to take this next one. Sal is up 2-1 in the set. Trying to move on in the loser side of the bracket.
This is loser's side, so these players are fighting not only just win the set, but to stay alive in the tournament, right? They are going to be downgraded to spectators should they fall here. Nice full screen spear, going to be that crushing blow as well. So you can get the full combo this time around. The breakaway is available, not going to be spent here though, so Killstreak just going to hang out of the meter. He will spend it off of that crushing blow. Honestly, that was starting to look real bad for Shang, so that defensive meter expenditure to kind of level things out, put things back to the neutral, might not have been bad before it got off the rip.
And now Killstreak able to get something started. That's going to be a big punish for him. That's exactly what he needs to get back into this game. Just about ties up the health spark. Nice flawless block on that down one to keep his turn going, but just going to get caught by a teleport on the jump back from Sal. The short hop mix down 4 into health sparks.
Ooh, okay. One more stray hit is all that Sal needs here to take this. Goes for the teleport straight into the cancel though, knowing his opponent was blocking. Get that last hit. No! He's gonna get thrown here instead of a fatal blow for the cancel. That might have been deadly.
And
okay.
out of chip territory as well!
No way.
And that was all the difference maker. It gave him that little extra to make sure he did not get chipped out. Able to punish Sal immediately after for the round. Wow!
Big risk there from Sal. I think he thought he could chip it out, but not happening. And Killstreak absolutely hanging in there. Corner pressure now from Sal. Sal has, looks like, turned up the heat a little bit so far. Already pushing past that 50% mark and has barely been touched. Here, gonna get another spear to send her back into the corner here. 34% for that.
Coming in with some down fours here. Is Sal gonna play that defense? Is Killstreak has to continue going, can't get hit anymore, needs to get a grab.
Okay. Slide dropped, and there it is. The teleport from Sal will successfully.
Final round.
And that means that Sal is going to be here on set point now. If he can get this last victory, this final round, he will be sending Killstreak out of the tournament.
The overhead down one in to throw the MK11 special. Has his back to the corner. Faded Sal has all the positioning advantage here. Does not need to teleport anywhere, but the upskull's gonna help out Killstreak fight his way out.
Teleport launcher, no breakaway to stop it. The spear for the restand. Go right into the mid screen here. Both of these characters comfortable with their damage in the mid screen. Arguably, Shang doesn't even want to go for corner damage in the Warlock variation. Oh wow, nice overhead over that low attempt. The Protect will keep him alive, and the big call out with the ground skulls as well to follow. Killstreak does have that fatal blow available.
And Killstreak needs to make his big reads in order to stay in this match, sitting on his last legs here. Almost out of the tournament. Those upskulls are gonna help keep him in it. This is tied up 1-1. Killstreak needs this game in order to stay alive.
One more hit from Killstreak will be a fatal blow confirm, or should be at least, and will allow him to secure this, I think. 16 seconds left. Clock is starting to tick out here.
Killstreak has to get in there. 10 seconds. 8. There it is.
So low. Oh no! What is that? How low? How? That's a heartbreaker, and we're gonna rip his heart out of his chest just so it can't even break. That is ridiculous. I cannot believe that fatal blow with that was exactly what he needed to do to close it out. And the game said, not today. Try again. You're going to need to put a couple more quarters in if you're going to keep playing. Holy shit, that was ridiculous.
I thought he had it. That would have been such a ridiculous comeback. And
I was pulling for him.
Unfortunately, the Elder Gods were not looking upon him tonight.
And like, I mean, this is tournament. Sal doesn't owe you the all let you have the game. Like, nah, man, that sucks to suck, man. I'm gonna kill you now, though. Like, that's what happens when you whiff a fatal blow like that right in front of somebody. That is tough. It's a tough way to go out, but that will be the end of Killstreak's run here, it would appear. That means we're gonna be jumping over to the other side of the bracket where we have Woozy. Or no, Woozy was on the winner's side. Demac. Right?
Aaron Demac going up against Blackout.
There we go. Aaron Demac versus Blackout. Not on deck here. Means, though, also Killstreak's out. So that bonus Shang Tsung available for Blackout to run into in the future, that's gone. He's going to be running into a new collection of characters every single match coming up for him, though.
That both Shang Tsungs actually moving out of the tournament in these past two matches.
Actually, all three of them, if you want to count Killtron.
True. We even saw the mirror match to start off the losers bracket. So,
and we are going to be sending one more player home here, as the loser of this Blackout versus Aaron Demac will be out of the tournament, and that will sort of define our top four. Then already got 3 players that have safely made it in there. We've got Dynasty and Woozy sitting in winners finals, and just watched Sal secure his victory over Killstreak, so he is still alive and guaranteed a 4th place or better. And we're going to see if it's going to be Blackout or Aaron Demac that will be joining him. I believe it's losers quarterfinals, something like that, semifinals maybe. Got a name that I don't remember.
This is losers quarters. Sal's waiting in losers semis.
All right, there we go.
I'm actually really excited for this match because let me check back in this bracket. Let me see if Blackout and Aaron have played.
It's deep into the archives. Let's see what happened previously. Last time on Wednesday Night Fights, what happened?
Last time on Wednesday Night Fights, Aaron Demac found himself up against. No, they haven't played. Aaron actually beat Killstreak and Killtron, the 2 kills. The kill fest in order to make his way over here, but it's actually something I'm really excited to see if how Aaron Black deals with either Jackie Briggs or the Cetron, because both are an option here for Aaron. I really want to see how he does against Jackie, just because Blackout has been doing such a good job at keeping his opponents grounded, and that's really what you got to do against Jackie Briggs. Keep him grounded, make sure she's not leaping over the ground, and I want to see if he's able to do that with his acid setups against someone that likes to be in the air.
If you can control the sky, or you have a move that kind of can dictate that airspace, kind of like Sonya's air control, specifically designed for that. Every time you block a shrapnel reversal air control, you're up there. Noob Saibot shadow kick, same thing. Devora's out of the air grab thing. But Aaron Black is not going to be sitting on tools that are explicitly designed for knocking people out of the sky. So he's going to have to get a little creative. But we've seen creativity work, right? Frost down 3. That move does not aim at the eye. She's got a move that aims at the sky. She takes her head off and throws it at you. That's not the go-to. It's down 3. So, there is potentially a move there. We'll see if Blackout has taken the time to kind of figure out what his tools are in this. Jackie Briggs is definitely one of those characters that kind of force the community to, or at least some of them, to be willing to do a little homework and kind of take some time into the lab and figure out, okay, what can my character do? Where can I find my way out of this relentless pressure? Like, it's always her turn. I never get to fight back. She's -3 on all of her staggers. What do I do? And this is going to be a test to see if Blackout has kind of put in that work, done the homework necessary to figure out what exactly the answers are going to be to dealing with Mrs. Moonboots. That's who comes out. I don't know.
Yeah, now Blackout's made his way into the lobby here.
Sub-Zero. Jackie
Oh,
Briggs.
there it is.
Okay, there it is. Okay, so he thought he was on the other side. All right, that's what that was.
Aaron Black.
We are going to see Jackie
we were
Briggs
talking
again.
about.
Dragon Brother.
As expected. This is it, right? Did Blackout study the Jackie Briggs test? Does he know what he needs to do for this particular matchup? if you let Jackie get away with leaping all over you and just constantly keeping her turn, it is going to quickly get away from you. So this is going to be a little bit of a question of how can Blackout deal with that. Blackout is a super talented player, though. I see him play all the time in the Nightmare series, and he doesn't seem to get dunked by Jackie players in that. So I do believe that he is going to have a couple of answers here for this character, such as the lobby freezing up. What just happened? Is that permanent? Is that just me? Okay, nope. Somebody left, though. Uh-oh. The stream left. All right, you guys are going to have to just listen to the sound of my voice to know what's happening. I'll tell you this, though. Blackout's got the lead.
Yeah, Blackout's got some acid down on the floor now. Now you know how that goes when acid is on the floor and Blackout is in front of you in the corner. This health bar is slowly depleting from Aaron the Mac. It needs some gunshots now as well. More rifle, the butt of the rifle, and that is going to do it.
Hey, guys, I got kicked out of the room, so I got to join back in. Can you send me an invite?
Yeah, let me see if I
Thanks,
got
guys.
you.
Yeah.
We'll try to get him back in here as quick as we can. Blackout did take the first round. I assume we're going to let this is all going to count. So, you know, I'll be your eyes on this one, everybody. Stomp, stomp, stomp. That's the throw. That's fired point blank. Oh, he's just going to let the rifle rip, but she's ducking. Fighting in the trenches. Okay, that was good. To leap in. Blackout was absolutely ready for it. Oh man, but here it goes. Jackie's turn. She's going to hit you with those mid strings. And if you're not blocking, you're getting opened up for damage here. Blackout still has his defensive meter. He will refuse to spend it, though. He took the first round, right? He might not want to go into final round without those bars. Might be looking to kind of take this the honest way if he can get it. He's fatal blow. If he confirms into fatal blow, it's over. He's just going to let it rip in the neutral. Blow, point blank, and Jackie is done for in game one. Hopefully we can get the stream in here quickly so that I don't have to do this again. You guys can at least watch, follow along with me. I could have been lying to you. Jackie won the first game. You're right.
I can confirm that Blackout did, in fact, win that first match.
There are witnesses to confirm
That first game. We got witnesses. No one's being cheated.
So we got him in.
Or did they?
The question is, we get him in time, or is he going to be reserved to life bar combat? Might have to
Boone is a
overly
life bar combat. I want him to commentate it.
Aaron Black.
We
I
might
wanna
have
keep-
to be like really descriptive.
I made
of
it.
what's going on here.
I made
He
it.
got it. All right, he can see.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Killer inputs are fully functional. You guys are gonna have the visual feed here, so I'm just gonna talk about some of the side stuff now.
We're gonna banter on the story now, how the interactables play out and how they were designed. Now that you guys got the gameplay right in front of you.
You guys got the goods. All right, so Aaron's sitting here at character select. This is something that we've seen him do quite a few times too. Is that when he's kind of there, he's willing to take that time. You get 60 seconds, which is maybe not necessarily a hard rule, but it's just the way the lobby works, so we can't be there all day. So you get those 60 seconds to kind of think about it, come up with some plans, plot dastardly ideas, and he is absolutely willing to tap into that time and sort of come up with an idea, cool things off, maybe ice his opponent a little bit.
Round one.
Is going to be, speaking of icing his opponent, locking in with Sub-Zero here in game 2. Blackout secured that first game. See here if Sub-Zero is the answer necessary for the Cowboy.
Into the Sub-Zero switch coming in, trying to get something started, but it's been pretty neutral base game now. No mix coming yet. Nice block there on the first overhead, trying to get some acid thrown and actually gonna dip his toes in it here.
That ice wall looked so weird with the green acid underneath it, and then the Arctic Trap on top of it. I just wanted to see some science, really. This is alchemy, some stuff together. What does it make?
You would think that the acid would melt the ice, no?
That would be my initial idea, but I would also think that people couldn't punch with the back of their head or kick with their foreheads, and here we are.
Again,
So-
it's the convergence of the realms.
Exactly.
It's the science here of the Mortal Kombat universe. Gonna get another slide. 303 damage. Blackout. Both players sitting on fatal blow now. Acid out in that low profile from Aaron Black. My goodness.
Okay, so Blackout needs to get a little bit of chip on the board or some connections here. Now he has the lead. It is now up to Aaron to get a hit, but if he gets any hit, he can do it. Gonna save the Fatal Blow as well. Smart, actually. I'm dumb. I would have gone into freezing Fatal Blow because I'm not thinking, but he's going to keep those crucial resources here as we move into round 2, and he still has his big tools. Speaking of big tools, though, big uppercut crushing blow going to come out here for Blackout, 33% into the acid setup. That is going to start to push Aaron toward that 50% life bar mark.
Oh, getting caught by the overhead there too is Blackout. Again, just jumping all over the place here. Aaron the Mac getting caught by a slide now, stepping in that pool of acid, backing up into it, but sliding right back in. Aaron the Mac keeping Blackout guessing, but just like that, that's going to be big damage here, standing in the acid. One more hit is going to do it for Blackout to close out this next round.
Fatal Blow still. Oh, man. If he would have connected there, that would have been Fatal Blow and death. But instead, Aaron Black's got the quick draw McDraw, and he is just going to shut it down with the Fatal Blow. A little excessive in the damage department, you could argue, since he only had, like, 2 health left. But round is a round. A victory is a victory. So that is going to be the point on the board here for Blackout. And we've got a final round between these two. Fatal Blow spent from the Cowboy, though, so Aaron doesn't have to worry about that again, at least. And not gonna have to worry about that slide crushing blow, but the damage has already been done.
Oh, but answering right back here is Blackout with that rifle string, and now having the rifle right in his face, gonna get thrown here. Aaron the Mac is really putting on some offense, not letting Blackout do any of his setups. Oh my goodness.
Here we go. Big swing of the axe. Now going with those overhead hammer swings from the gun. Nice will keep that safe right now.
Trying to come in with a big boot, but
failed.
No.
Means one more throw from Aaron will close down. He's going for it though. I wonder if Blackout is going to kind of realize that, tap into that and duck it. Now it doesn't matter what kind of throw it is. That's going to be the breakaway spent. And that will be the kill as well, as Aaron's going to swing with the string and take game 2.
It's going to be tied up now, 1-1. The Sub-Zero switch working out for Aaron the Mac there. Mixing it up. Literally.
I like the switch over to Sub-Zero. Definitely proved to be a useful pick. I think one of the things that is just inherent to Sub-Zero is that his damage is ridiculous. The slide crushing blow, not hard to count to 3. I'm a noob sidebot player. I have to get both hands off the controller if I'm going to count all the way to 10. Sub-Zero players can count it on a Shiva hand. They've still got 2 hands on a controller, and they can count to 2 crushing blows with the other bonus 4 hands. It's ridiculous. So counting to 3, that's easy mode. No problemo. Aaron Black players, they used to have to count to 8, but now the game does the counting for them.
You know, I think that needs to be done for... Counting gets hard in the middle of a match. Come on, give that counter to everybody.
I want Noob Saibot sickle to either glow or I want him to shout. I want him to yell. I want him to say something dumb. Give me more Noob Saibot voice lines. Let that sandpaper voice go. The respect there, the stare down between these two. Sit in the dead pool. Neither one of them wants to flinch and fall into the deadly acid, which this must be where Blackout fills those vials up, right?
Yeah, so you know a lot of acid is going to be thrown all over the floor here, but already one slide is loaded up into that crushing blow for Aaron. Has the corner positioning as well. Blackout really needs to fight his way out of the situation, and jumping right on Wake Up is going to help him out. Another one.
Okay, short hop over the amplified. That was smart, and that's the play, right? That's what you would basically have to do. That's some of the matchup specific knowledge. I guess it's not matchup specific because it's Aaron Black every time, but good play there from Aaron, knowing what he needs to do when the Cowboy's on the screen.
Well, and that's
gonna
just
get opened up by a throw, and that'll kill him. Seen a lot of throws here from Aaron in this round. There was a bunch of throws over in the corner, and he's just been regularly throwing out the throws. Part of the good thing about throws in this game, too, is the way that they eat up low pokes. In previous games, it was really easy to duck underneath them, but if you're moving at all for any kind of normal, that throw is going to vacuum you right up. So a character with, like, Aaron Black, really good pokes, that might be Aaron kind of calling that, like, hey, if you like to push buttons, I got an answer for that. Get scooped by this throw.
And not only that, it's also adding another layer of mix onto Sub-Zero's game, because now Aaron not only is looking out for overhead and lows, but he's like, oh man, I'm getting thrown a lot. And a nice micro duck there into the punish, has him in the acid as well, gonna add the extra damage. Acid puddles out again. It's not gonna run out in this map.
No, not at all. And that will be a final round coming up. We did see right at the end there, though, Sub-Zero was able to secure a escape failed. So throw Crushing Blow going to be available here for Sub-Zero on that back throw only. There it is! Gonna slide that axe right between the ribs. It's a huge chunk of damage here in the final round.
Yeah, it's gonna be big, especially because there's no rounds after this. You better cash out on all those crushing blows. Aaron standing his own acid here. Not gonna happen to him, but gonna walk back into there is Aaron the Mac.
Special boots is gonna be the tech. And rip with that rifle. Did he just reload a shot? Okay.
I think he did it twice. What a madman. Gets him a
Dude,
sweep.
the limbo champ though, that sweep gets so low. Best sweep in the game. Not really, but so good.
Low profile so much. Gets that knockdown, and it's completely
Maybe the kill to
safe.
acid is gonna be enough
And
there. The
he's
poke
dead.
to lock him down. Cow gonna take the lead here now, up 2-1, and he absolutely found an answer for the Sub-Zero. Gonna go ahead and just give him a quick dunk in the acid bath. He'll be fine. Water, it's like Achilles, you know? That's what his mom should have done, is put a hook. Grab him by the heel. Oh.
Fatality. Aaron Black wins.
Oh, okay, he
I
doesn't
love
look
that they
fine.
added stage
but
fatalities back.
I've been waiting. I'm not really looking forward to one of those big spiders eating somebody because I'm not really a fan of spiders. But if you can let me feed somebody to that Zergling on Kodel's arena, the one in the underground where that big ogre pulls out that Zergling, dude, I want to feed somebody to the Zergling. Let's go. That sounds ridiculous. So hopefully we get more of them because they're great.
And just the stages in the game are all pretty cool. Like one of my favorite things about the Kotal arena is like how when you go in the underground of it and the monsters are climbing up, it's actually a continuation of the underground. The monsters,
That's the same thing. Like you can see
it's
the
the
levels
same
of it and
thing.
stuff.
Yeah, it's so cool. Like to
Big bird
that.
thing that like
Yeah.
flies around the stage and chases that dude in the background.
the
same bird
convergence
that
of
they walk onto the
realms,
elevator.
monster. Yeah, exactly. Well, now it's 2-1 Blackouts.
The thing I wish that they did is I wish they would have a little bit more like Tekken-esque fun. Like Tekken has you fighting in a field of sheeps, like people throwing tomatoes at you the whole time. Like it gets real goofy, and Mortal Kombat stages are a little too serious. I mean, the retro cage is pretty silly, so we've got at least one.
No, that's why I miss Nana. You know, she didn't make an appearance. Like throwing Nana was the funniest thing that I ever saw in MKX when I
Especially
first
when
happened.
we held down on the Bruno.
Yeah, she's just old lady coming in.
Feisty one. She's a feisty one.
She's-
Right, here's the launcher from Blackout. End up with the slide, puts the acid puddle out, and then he's gonna dip in his own acid, actually. Big uppercut crushing blow, though, and there's no breakaway to stop this. Look at that, that's not even a bunch of hits. It's just uppercut into string into slide, and it's 33% into an acid setup underneath you. That is deadly.
It's gonna be death there. No breakaway is gonna help him out. Even he loses the bar as well.
Yeah, that's the big thing. When you spend that breakaway like that and you get hit out of it, even if you survived and like died a little bit after, you're now moving into that next round with no defensive resources. The next hit that you get hit by, you're gonna have to hold that full damage every single time. He's got that first defensive bar back, but not quite out of the woods yet. Gonna get bonked. Gonna spend the full clip though. Still 5 bullets remaining here for Blackout. Throw side switch as well. Gonna go ahead and send the cowboy to the corner and the trap to keep him locked down. Did he just scud shot the trap away? Does that do that? It just eats the trap? Okay, fine by me.
Did, yeah.
That's what it looked like. My eyes told me that's what happened. I just had to get it confirmed by somebody else. What was that?
And I was just sitting in the middle of the screen here, jumping in is Aaron the Mac, trying to find his way in, getting in with the slide now, but trading with the scud shot.
It was a little wild. Bart's looking fairly even. Nice duck underneath the throw. He's going to collapse the top half of that skull, and there's no breakaway to stop it. Another 33% here from Blackout into the slide setup. Uh-oh, another crushing blow, though.
And the crushing blow's going to
Done
get
yet.
rid of the acid as well, so he's not going to take any more damage, and now just has to be a little bit patient here. Oh, no!
Last shot in the clip did it. That will be enough for Blackout to take the set, send Aaron out of the tournament.
I don't even think he wants to deal with the... Oh, there's the friendship. Nice.
Yes. Them have hats on. I just noticed that some of the ducks have hats. Adorable. Adorable. So happy they brought friendships in. All but like 3 of them are like great. I think that Cabal is pretty like. What does this have to do with Cabal? But like, Noob Saibot's is so good. It is so good. The Jaxophone, glorious. I love it. It's they had a lot of fun with them. You can tell that they had a lot of fun making some of these. A lot of them are also like really thematically tied to the character and something that's like exclusive to the character. Like Collector plays a one-man band. Collector would be the best one-man band player in existence. He's got 6 arms. It would be absurd. His jar would be full every night. So I think they had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, even like the little troll they did, with Katana's friendship with she who must not be named.
Dead for all I care. I'm fine with it. I have seen enough of that same combo structure since MK2 or whatever. Dive kick, air side ball roll. Again?
Yeah, again.
They gotta advance it, move it forward, and then I'm back on board with it. If you look at MKX, a lot of characters got new weird tools, and into 11 it's still happening. Sub-Zero got a parry and ice armor, and he got ice axes that he summons in a command grab. That was never stuff that happened. Scorpion's got demons and stuff. Then like some characters are just still launcher into dash under, launcher into dash under. Same thing I did in MK9, and I can turn invisible every now and then. Dude, come on, uninspired.
And like even the things they did with Katana, with the razors, just bands dancing around, they're super unique for this game.
Yeah, exactly. They gave her some new flair. It's like, oh, okay, that's a new kind of take on the character. So I'm into that character coming back. Look, if they did it with, like, if Johnny Cage came back with the same exact stuff every single time, I wouldn't really be into it. But now he's got a camera. Now he's got this crazy sunglasses thing. Stunt double is completely different. He calls Dizzy from NetherRealm Studios to come and clothesline a dude. Like, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And there are these really interesting evolutions of the character that I think are really key to keeping them interesting and fresh, and why you don't get sick of seeing Scorpion all the time, or why you don't get sick of seeing Ever all the time.
Now we're moving on to back to the winner's side of the bracket. We got Dynasty and Wuzzy coming up. Dynasty Sub-Zero, the Avalanche has not slowed down.
Oh, not at all. It's picking up momentum, right?
Yes, sir. And now I think he get the same connection issue as he did last time. We're gonna try to get him right back in here. Don't know what happened.
We were able to get him, and we saw him briefly for a moment there, but it was not to be. So go ahead and reopening the summoning circle yet again. See if we can get him to step through the Stargate. Join us here in the lobby.
And send him in by myself as well, saying his game froze.
Well, okay.
Gotta restart real quick on that console.
My game, I'm from the Xbox side of things. I can't even finish the story. The game crashes every single time, same spot. Try to like listen to the internet and take my console offline and everything. Doesn't matter. I can't finish the RoboCop Towers. Like, there's a lot of weird stability issues that the game still has. I don't know if they're like trying to make it do too much, that like, because part of it is these games are coming out relatively on the new side of really old consoles, right? Like, these consoles are on their way out of the door. My PlayStation is potentially going to lift off sometime in the night. So like, these older hardware, it just might not be able to really push as much as it needs. I'm assuming if I had a Series X or a PlayStation Pro, these are problems that I wouldn't have. But if you're using some of that older hardware, it might just be that these games are asking a little bit too much occasionally. Hopefully they'll fix it. I'd like to finish the Aftermath story myself and not just watch MK Ice and Fire skip through it all, but we'll see. No achievements associated with it, so I don't care. I have no incentive for real.
My only wish for the PS5 is that it doesn't sound like a jet engine when I'm playing. I'll be happy.
Contact Houston every time and make sure you're clear for launch before you start it up, because it's going to do it. It's going to absolutely engage the thrusters once you're an hour or two in.
100%, man. Like, when I first got this PS4, and I thought something was wrong. I opened it up, cleaned it like thoroughly. I was like, nope, it's just gonna hum. It's gonna play me a little song.
The way you are. This is how you talk.
That's how you tell me you're okay.
You are going to see Wuzzy going with Gearus out of the gate here on this one. We saw a little bit of the Cetrion earlier, and then the Gearus came out later, and now Gearus out of the gate. will be the time Titan. Life bar is looking pretty even here in the opening salvo. There's those command grabs, though. We're already in the corner, but the thing about that command grab is if you're not in the corner, you're likely to be, because it will travel you across the whole screen if he catches you in the middle. I'm going to go ahead and snap the bind back to the corner.
You better hope you don't get that crushing blow at the same time if he's carrying you all the way across the screen. And this is actually something different from Dynasty. He's playing Dead of Winter this time, not rocking with the Avalanche, just deciding to maybe Dead of Winter's a better variation against. He feels a little more comfy.
Well, I made the joke long ago, but I am seeing that Dynasty is using some ridiculously large axes, and I will once again propose the question: does the gear that you equip you a larger hitbox on your back one? The axe he's wielding is huge. It is so big and unwieldy, and you gotta think that if he was using one of the smaller ones, it have a phantom hitbox, or does the axe touch people and not actually hit that? I don't know how it works. Look at how big it is when it's just lodged in the dude's chest. It's massive.
It's huge. And but his leg's gonna get broken, find himself in the corner. No matter how big your axe is, it's not gonna matter. Sometimes size is not all that matters. Gear is showing that, hey, yo, I think you gotta grab it a little hard. It's gonna work out for you.
So Gear's gonna take game one, expertly done, unfazed by those giant axes. That would have had me just intimidated on visuals alone. How big that axe is, but nope, unfazed. So Gears is gonna take game one. I guess it's probably because if you cut him up with those axes, he'll just back together, right? Death is not a thing that he worries about.
You gotta worry about death when your name's Gears. You know, come back.
Not at all. They like grenade him, like they threw grenades at him and turned him into dust, and he was like, this is gonna take a minute, but I'll be back.
Gears, Sub-Zero.
Now no changes being done, at least to the character.
Island
Dynasty sticking with Sub-Zero, not gonna change it up now. Maybe just maybe go back to Avalanche. Nope. Sticking
with Dead of Winter. So I'm gonna continue to see a lot more mix variety here. The other thing that Dead of Winter has is that amplified ice ball, which goes through projectiles. That's not gonna play a role here though, as the only projectile, if you even want to call it that, from Gearus is that sand trap, which doesn't have travel time. Not gonna be a factor for the ice ball to really scoop up. A big opening here with the low. Gonna go ahead and get the side switch as well. And Scorpion freezes you. You're frozen for so long. He can easily sort of make that decision in terms of spatial advantage as well. Do I want to put you in the corner? I want to start to move around toward the mid screen. Like, he has so many kind of ways that he can dictate the different avenues and variables of the match when you get frozen.
And Wuzzy's been using great job at using the command grab. I think he got 3 in a row there, and now using the temporal shift to go all the way back, get some help back as well, but it's not going to matter. Just going to get opened up again by another ice into the crushing blow.
That was big. Dynasty basically completely reverting that health that he just healed back. He got out of a big chunk of damage, and Dynasty was like, no, sir, this is yours. This belongs to you. I'd like you to take it with your 30%.
Jimmy back and forth, trying to open him up, get Wuzzy to bite on something, but it's not going to work out. Going to get sent back to full screen, but he's right back in with that shoulder charge into the punish.
Back toward the corner with that big fist, big jump in kick to connect. Dynasty will spend the defensive meter to get out of it. Here it is, those command grabs in the corner here. 15% for that. Nice punish though, that axe having that extra range because he got the big one. But there it is again though. I think he's waiting explicitly for the cold shoulder, knowing that's a good move for him to stepping it back or to reverse time out of it, because of the fact that Zero's stuck heading one way and you're going to fly back the complete other way. So I think that's really good, because we have seen characters that'll kind of do combos that reverse time doesn't help. They're actually just waiting for you to come back and kill you. I think he's dead. This might be enough damage. Skulls and shields are absolutely going to matter here. One last hit to the chest. Is that going to be enough? That is it. 36%.
Wow, what a fatal blow. If there was ever a time to let it rip, that was it. And now Anti with that big knee, catching him with the overhead as well, scaling off of the low, did not bite on it, coming in with the overhead of his own. That's going to be a punish, and a big one at that. throw. He's gonna loop.
Toward the corner. Oh no, this is the other throw. His throws look so cool. His forward throw, I love it. Seeing back and forth, you see that kind of shift in the up and down blocking, knowing that he's up against a bit of a mixed monster, and you can't fully commit to blocking one or the other. You got to be willing to kind of shift between the two. We go Dynasty getting big damage here.
Yeah, caught him that time with the low. Gonna try to get him again with the low and double down one. Nice throw break there, but the overhead's gonna do it.
There we go. That will be Dynasty putting himself on the board here. A score for the Lin Kuei and a big answer here from Sub-Zero. So the question then becomes, we've seen he's got a couple characters in the arsenal. It's not necessarily the same story as Dynasty where we're going to fully expect Sub-Zero all the way. Could perhaps see a shift in strategy and character from Wuzzy here.
Sub-Zero.
He's gonna stick with the gears.
Okay, not a bad choice. I mean, it went all the way down to the final round, right? So there wasn't any big glaring weaknesses with Gearus in the matchup that we saw Dynasty really taking advantage of. So I think that sticking with Gearus is not a bad idea. I also do think that he was, for the most part, trying to apply that reverse time effectively. You know, he was trying to get out of those situations and kind of waiting for the right moment where he couldn't get caught off guard and get punished by it. So he's really sort of using the tools he has at his disposal the way they're supposed to. Wasn't able to get that victory there, but, you know, sometimes it just doesn't go your way. And he's going to see if he can tip this one his balance as we move into game 3 now. Is currently tied up. Big double uppercut combo coming out. Simulacrum set up as well. Plus frames, that time not going for the command grab. Plus block from Dynasty will take the turn back. The tides are starting to shift.
And now Dynasty's offense getting started. He's going to start mixing them. He's in the corner exactly where he wants to be. Gets him with the down one, trying to jump out. Now here comes the overhead, confirming into the ice ball. Here we go. The blender is going. We're mixing right now. Another double down one into the throw.
Put that to puree and let it rip.
Got mixed. We're mixing.
Round 2, fight.
So Sub-Zero does have a bit of a positional advantage. You're going to immediately throw it away, though, by crossing his opponent up, sending himself into the corner. But there it is, the freeze. He can change it up, right? I want you in the corner. Let's go ahead and reverse this one. Uno cards. Another big flawless block from Dynasty. I think these flawless blocks are going to be huge because when you're flawless blocking your opponent, now you're already making them feel wary about their defense because you've got Sub-Zero in the mix, and now you're making them second guess their offense. They can't even push buttons without it going your way. That can be real deadly. He tries to roll out, gets caught, and there it is, the throw to finish the job. Of brutality as well. Gonna stick Gears to the ceiling and take game 3. Dynasty now up 2-1. He just got the last 2 games in a row as well, so he has the momentum on his side.
Sub-Zero's really, that was a all Sub-Zero game right there. Got him in the corner and just mixed his life away. Just watching that health bar melt away. He just had to keep on guessing, try to do everything he could to get out, and unfortunately, the throw is going to do him in. Has another game to stay in.
Sub-Zero.
Wuzzy looks like he will be making his final stand on Gearus, so it's going to be Gearus all the way here in this winner's side, or this winner's finals matchup between these two. And he's going to need to get the next 2 games in a row here with Gearus. Let's see if the Time Titan has what it takes. Meanwhile, Sub-Zero is just 1 game away from finishing the job.
Fight.
And that time was he didn't even have an opportunity to use his reverse time. In the previous game, he was able to give himself another life with that. But this time it was all Dynasty, all offense, all mix. And now it's looking like a good start here from Wuzzy. Get the body splash over to the other side, into the command grab, has him in the corner now.
This has also got a restand interactable in that Tiger Head there. You can set him on fire, get some plus frames out of it. A character like Gearus with all of these command grabs and stuff, he could take advantage of that. We'll see if Wuzzy ends up tapping into it. It does cost defensive resources to use. Gonna go for the command grab instead, 35% for that, not bad.
Oh,
no,
this is exactly what Dynasty needs in order to get a comeback coming. But nope, a down one's going to stop that right in its tracks. Was he taking that round?
Round 2.
I honestly don't think that's that bad that happened, because he did force Wuzzy off the breakaway. So even though he didn't win the round, he is going to now be going into round 2 with the opportunity to kind of take control, get some damage on the board early that Wuzzy is not going to have an opportunity to contest since he spent that defensive meter.
Yeah, sometimes those little victories at the end of the round can really make all the difference. And we see here, Wuzzy sitting at about half his health. Dynasty starting to take back control of this match, catches him with the low again, has him in the corner. What's going to be the next guess? It's going to be overhead low. Oh, tries to go for a minute and a freeze on the anti-air, but not going to work out. Down one anti-air now on Dynasty's side, coming in with the lows, catches him slipping the whip punish after the backdash.
Very well done there by Dynasty, securing the game and now putting himself on set point here. One more round will do it.
With him again, this is exactly what Dynasty needs if he wants to close this out. Nice interrupt there by Wuzzy with the down one, going for this down two combo now. Doesn't even care about the corner position, needs max damage into those plus frames, into the command grab. He's been doing that since yesterday, and it's worked every time. Tries to go for the teleport to the throw now. Not gonna work out, gets caught by the low. Is that gonna be it?
Oh, here we go. Dynasty might be able to close this out with the cold shoulder. And that will do it. The brutality as well to end it in stylish fashion. As
Sub-Zero.
Z2, the losers. He'll be at losers finals to do a little gatekeeping. And Dynasty has secured himself a comfortable seat in the grand finals on winner's side. Very well done. What a finish there as well. With flashy brutality to cut him in half.
Yeah, but Wuzzy is not out of this yet. Gonna find himself in the losers finals to find his next opponent. We're gonna need to invite Faded Sal and Blackout back into this lobby. They're gonna have to play it out. I really hope that Faded Sal sticks with that cabal that we've been seeing, especially against Blackout's Aaron Black. I feel like he has the necessary tools in order to contest it from full screen and really try to play it out in his face.
It'll be interesting to see which character Sal decides to lock in with. It seems like he's been relying on Scorpion as well to get the job done in quite a few scenarios. So as we go into the Aaron Black versus Sal matchup, it will be a question of if we're going to see Cabal come out or perhaps the Shirai Ryu. Both characters have gotten him a bit of success here. So I think I'd prefer to see Cabal. I just think that could be a more exciting match. But I'll be honest, Sal's Scorpion has been pretty fun to watch. He's got the new Rip Their Heart Out brutality, which has been a pretty cool way to end some things. So I think that I'll be excited either way.
Yeah, Black has just been a fun player to watch. I love his asset setups. Like, I can't stop talking about him just because he's one of the Aaron Blacks that I see utilize it a lot, and just to keep his opponents in there and sweep them. So, hey, stay in that, sweep you again, down one, check you in order to put you in blocks, and you just continue to stand in it. So it's going to be a cool matchup to watch. Both players, Wuzzy a little more set play, Sal a little more maniac, teleporting, jumping, nomad dashing, doing everything he can to just keep you guessing.
We're just waiting on our combatants here to enter into the lobby. It looks like we've already got half of the duo here. We're just waiting on more player to step in, and we will go ahead and get underway. This is going to be our losers semifinals match, I believe. So the winner will go on to fight in losers finals, where they will face off against Wuzzy, who we just saw come off that loss versus Dynasty. And of course, Dynasty is going to be lying in wait for the winner of that match in grand final. So we only have 3 sets left. We're getting down to the wire between our combatants. There's 4 players remaining, and we're about to narrow that down to only 3.
Yes, sir. One of these players is gonna just need one more match to find themselves in that grand finals, and I know Wuzzy's trying to shake off that loss from Dynasty, that very close set that they just had.
Definitely really, need to shake that one off. Don't get rattled by it. Just kind of let it wash away. Take maybe some notes from it, because it might not be your last fight up against Dynasty, right? If he wins losers finals, he's right back into that same situation. In fact, perhaps a little bit more of a difficult situation, because he's going to have that uphill battle of needing 6 instead of 3. But he's definitely going to need to not let that really impact his next set. You know, he's going to want to take some notes from that, jot some things down, some ideas to go into it if he runs into that again. But for the most part, he's going to want to keep a clear head as he moves into the losers finals, whoever his opponent may be.
Yeah, and honestly, out of these 4 players here, was he Faded Style, Blackout, Dynasty? I can't pick a clear winner. Dynasty, of course, is always going to have that mix on its side, but these 3 players in losers bracket have been playing so good. Faded Style running it back from his loss in winner semis of top 8, and Blackout running it all the way back from the beginning of top 8 on the losers side. So gonna be
players clawing tooth and nail here, unwilling to give up. You really got to admire the tenacity that they show off. And it's the kind of thing that you'll see even if these games really push it to the edge. And in some of the ways, you might even see, like, the scoreboard might say 1-3, but the games may have ended up being actually a lot closer than that because players are just unwilling to give any ground easily. And these guys are fighting tooth and nail to take every single win they get.
And it is going to be that Cabal going up against the Aaron Black. Should be a fun match to watch. What's that at 7?
Round 1.
All right, here we go.
And
Buzzsaw to start things off.
Immediately starting off with that low buzzsaw. Catch him with that Nomad Dash confirmed. Gonna cash out on the damage here. Spend both bars. Sal has no offensive meter on his side now. But it does not matter because Cabal doesn't really need it. He's gonna spend it again to get a little bit more damage on the buzzsaw.
Gunshot, get out of there.
So just getting a little impatient there, jumping away from the big boots of Dash Up. Coming in now with the forward 2-2 is Faded Style, but now the back 2 on Blackout side, gonna slide him right back into that acid, gonna try to catch him with the Fatal Blow. That would have killed too, but all that chip. Some brains here. One more hit's gonna do it, but the roll away, and now it's gonna be Sal's game. Somebody call the police, because I just witnessed a robbery.
Round 2. Fight.
Faded Sal coming in again with those straight buzzsaws in the air. Gonna try to get that first hit. Already took some block damage. Gonna have to deal with this pressure from Aaron Black now. Gonna get caught whiffing. Big whiff.
That was
there.
a big interrupt right there. I mean, the string wasn't done. Those swords could have kept on swinging, but Blackout feeling real confident and just letting that gun come in. Big interrupt. There you go. Faded Style answering back.
That's the 8th Nomad Dash from full screen that has been successfully connected with Faded Sal. He knows when to throw it out. Yes, again. Nice combo there from Sal, mixing it up. 9! Oh my goodness, Sal, you're a madman! Into the crushing blow!
The armor broken as well. Okay, Blackout is in big trouble here. He's about to get chipped out, perhaps even. Brutality to rip his legs out from underneath him.
You need to
The
take it
cowboy
easy
down, his
right
riding
now.
days are over.
You need to take it easy, Sal. You need to take it easy. That was
ridiculous.
That was kind of wild. Oh my goodness, too
Big
raw.
call out on that armor break too. I think that was really big because when you call out the armor break like that, it in some ways it almost says to your opponent, like, I know what you're doing. I see you. You're not getting away with that either. And when your opponent is trying to break away, for the most part, that's in some ways that's their defiance. That's saying, no, you don't. You're not getting me. And when you can even shut that down, when all avenues are closed, it's got to be real heartbreaking for your opponent. So Blackout going to take a crushing defeat on that one. If he can shake it off here as we move into game 2, looks like we're going to be going to classic Chronica stages here.
Sal just needs to keep up what he's been doing. He's been making all the right reads on Blackout. It's really Blackout that needs to make some adjustments here into how can I change up my offense to not get
Round 1. Fight.
not get blown up so much by these hard reads that Sal's making.
Shot comes out, puts the gun away, and there it is, the raw Nomad Dash from full screen again. That looks like the double digits here for Faded Sal.
Coming with even more offense, has a sizable life lead now, just slowing it down, in and out is Faded Sal, gonna catch him again with that jump in.
shot out. Scud shot does beat those buzzsaw attempts, even the ones from the air as well. None of the projectiles that Cabal is putting on the screen are a true threat with the Scud shot, but right now he doesn't really need big threats. He's got a huge life advantage, and Blackout is the one that needs to make something happen.
Yeah, reading that amplified after the big boot, and it's not gonna happen here, but nice block on the slide, betting it all there on it was Blackout and not working out.
Fight.
Blackout definitely taking a big risk there. I mean, he didn't have a lot of life left, so you kind of get in that territory where you can kind of feel more comfortable taking those big risks because you only have a little bit of life left to lose anyway. But it did not pay off that time, and that means now that Sal is going to be moving into game 2 with round 1 under his belt already, and on the verge of setting this up for a 3-0. Blackout having none of it.
Yeah, Blackout needs to keep this offense going, jumping right over. That's going to be a punish there for Sal. Continuing the combo, getting a double Nomad Dash, staying in his face. Nomad Dash cancel this time. Working on that 3-0. Sal wants to keep it moving. Oh my god, that's 10!
Oh man, unrelenting with these Nomad Dashes. The break on the armor as well, following it. Blackout is taking not only damage in the game, but this has got to be hitting the mental barrier as well, because every single play he's making, even on the defensive end, seems like Sal is just one step ahead of him. So he's going to have to really make a shift in game plan if he's going to turn this thing around.
My goodness, Sal just playing phenomenally right now. The right reads, right button presses, capitalizing on every opportunity, not leaving any damage on the table.
Cabal. Shang Tsung.
Blackout changing characters for the first time all tournament, going to the Shang.
Right. Final game about to be underway here. Sal is currently up 2-0. They're steps away from sending Blackout out of the tournament.
And so from what I hear from the Cabal community, that this is definitely his worst matchup in the whole game.
Okay.
And I would not be surprised if this does not go Sal's way. That he goes to the
I think this is kind of strange to see Blackout playing a Shang Tsung. Like, that is already a wild oddity in my books. I don't think I've seen this happen very many times, if ever. So if this is a bad matchup, looks like Blackout is looking to cash in on that fact. And so far, hasn't been able to get some big momentum here, but he's been getting some damage. Gonna get thrown into the corner. Fatal Blow will be available now for Blackout, but he's looking in trouble.
And I like the way Sal is now starting to mix up these Nomad Dash cancels into his offensive strings. He's just layering his offense, adding more and more to it.
Ooh, there it is, the block on that raw Nomad Dash. We've seen Sal getting away with tons of those, but not today. Blackout ironing up that defense.
It only took 2 nights of MK11 gameplay for someone to block a raw Nomad Dash from Faded Sal, and it took Blackout to do it. And now let's see if he could bring this one all the way back. Sal trying to find himself into the losers finals against Wuzzy, and Blackout doing all he can to make sure that he finds his name in that bracket.
Nice throw tech here from Blackout. Gonna get caught by that jumping kick into Nomad Dash. This might be all the damage he needs. One more hit will do it. Blackout still fighting back. Hit the roll to get to the other side. Good defense though, not gonna be dead yet. Now if he can get the right connection into Fatal Blow, Blackout can actually save this. Okay, the commentator's curse though. Stab, ghost type damage. Direct with that super effective. I'm sorry, man.
And just let go on block at the very last second there against the amplified buzzsaw. Unfortunately, Blackout, after such a great showing, putting on such a great show for us, coming all the way back from losers, unfortunately going to fall just short of that top 3. Faded Sal moving on to face Wuzzy in our losers finals. Dynasty waiting up top.
Dynasty lying in wait in grand finals. He's going to be eagerly watching this next match to figure out who his next potential victim could be. Will he get a second shot at Wuzzy, or will it instead be Sal that gets to step up? The other thing, too, is we already saw these two fight earlier. Saul versus Wuzzy was one of our opening matches on the winner's side. I believe it was our second match of the night. So this is going to be a bit of a run back. And Saul, he got sent to the loser's bracket early on. It was his first set of the evening, though. So some of that could have been he wasn't fully warmed up. You know, the engine wasn't firing on all cylinders yet. But here in losers finals, he's got plenty of momentum to ride off of. He's been stacking up the victories, and he's going to be coming into this losers final matchup against Wuzzy, hopefully much more prepared.
Yeah, he did lose that last one 3-1. I believe that's when we first saw the Scorpion, if my memory doesn't do me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And now Wuzzy gonna
was when Scorpion came out.
Yeah, let's see what Wuzzy's game plan is here going in. If it's gonna be the same, or Fade Sal decides to change it up a little bit.
Right, so we are seeing that Wuzzy's not going for the Cetrion pick right off the. That was his opening pick last time he faced Sal. Sal also went with a different opening pick, but we're going to see Scorpion here. Oh, in fact, we're going to not see our character selection process fully completed here, as Wuzzy's gone to hidden select. Not going to have anything to do with your counter picking shenanigans. You go ahead and you pick. I'm going to be over here doing my own thing, and you ain't going to know nothing about it. Okay, never mind. He had to check, was he on Cetrion or not? Well, now we know. You just revealed your hand.
Cabal. Cetrion.
Okay, Cable versus Cetrion. Interesting. This is the match that we were potentially expecting from the get-go, but Saul just kind of held off on busting out Cabal until later on. So this is now going to be Cabal out the gate here from Sal the next time they're meeting, and we'll see if that ends up supplying us with any kind of difference in results. This is their second meeting here.
Went right into it, skipping the intros. Cetrion starting off with that air projectile, throwing some rocks now. Now it's going to be a zoning game here from Sal and Cetrion, just trying to get some kind of damage in order to close some space, get a knockdown in. Oh no, just a little bit too high there. And now again gets that knockdown off the projectile, but just rolling away there is Wuzzy coming in with that hurricane, pushing him all the way back, -2 only, into the rock wall.
Okay, rocks away.
That air rock now gonna have to hold a couple after being hit by that. The hit advantage and block advantage is so insane.
Oh wow, Nomad dash full screen through your rock. Put that down, madam.
And now baiting the down two, completely whiffing on Sal. Has the corner position now, but just gonna roll out of there is Wuzzy. Jump back, keep him standing.
Well, pressure keeps going.
Oh, but just gonna
down both players. One more hit could do it. Oh, the drill. Oh, that's not the punishable, but he didn't block it. Oh no.
Sal just was not ready for it, catching him with the low buzzsaw. Now scouting out the down one, and now catches him with the overhead part of that string. Committing to it, finishing the string, getting the hit, and that's gonna get him the round. Sal up 1-0 against Wuzzy in rounds. And commits to the Nomad dash that time, but it's not gonna work out. But not a big punish from Wuzzy. Could have gotten a little bit more, but leave some of it on the table. Nice confirm there.
5 for the extra damage as well.
Sal's playing very well right now, picking his spot, jumping all the way in. That was a deep jump too. Armor broken, he's dead!
No way! Man, that is the third time that Sal's been able to hit that armor break. He has just been reading minds left and right, knowing exactly when his opponents are going to try to get out of trouble, and he's in bigger trouble waiting for him.
Taking that first game. He is up 1-0 in this set, trying to make his way to the grand finals, get some redemption on for himself from earlier in the night. And now he's playing much better than he was in the beginning.
He's definitely warmed up. Like I said, he's hit that rhythm, right? He's gotten some of his groove back, and he's starting to feel it. And VTech is absolutely kicking in for him here in our losers finals.
Cabal.
Now sticking with that sentry on two
Way assembly.
is Wuzzy going to the Cyber Linquay.
I love this stage. This stage is probably the coolest before Aftermath. Aftermath definitely kind of throws the stage tier list into disarray, but I love this stage. It looks really cool. Maybe it's because I'm a fan of the robots, but the bonus factor of having some of the coolest combo extending interactables in the game at the time at launch was a big plus. Although now, like I said, the new stages bring their own kind of variety and flavor to it, so it's kind of harder to make a distinction on who's the best anymore.
And another Nomad Dash. Nobody is ready for them. They've only been blocked one time in two.
Hey,
in
it's
two
ridiculous.
days.
It's like their right triggers are just broken. Like their block buttons are no longer functioning at full screen. Oh, big crushing blow. That's going to save him from that buzzsaw as well, as that buzzsaw was on its way to hit her. Instead, these rocks are just going to keep stacking the damage up. That trade going to be in Cetrion's favor.
I think it's nice that Cabal also gets a knockdown on another Nomad Dash. That's literally tying up these matches for Sal.
How is he getting away with this? He has Fatal Blow here, and this is probably not going to kill, but damn, is it going to be close.
Oh, it's going to kill. It's gonna kill! It's gonna kill!
Oh my goodness, the final hit through the jaw will finish the job. Now looking real solid here.
So trying to get another victory, and oh my goodness, sticking out that hook, and Centron's gonna put her face right into it. 252 into keep it rolling!
Oh man, he is on fire right now. Got a flawless victory in the works here, although I have just cast the commentator's curse. Get him, Wuzzy!
And now here we go, Sal trying to mix him up with the low part, but it's not gonna work out. Keeping him standing there is Wuzzy trying to fight his way back into this, but getting knocked down again. These trades are not gonna work out in his favor. He does not have the life lead. Not sure what that does. Please enlighten me.
Give him a crushing blow is what it does. It also makes people move weird or projectiles do stuff, but the main reason is to access to that throw crushing blow there. Cetrion cashing in on the damage, but still getting clipped by those lows. That will be game 2 also going the way of Cabal. This is without a doubt a huge shift in direction based on what we saw previously. Like the first time that these players met, a completely different story. And what I think that also gets to do for Sal in some ways is that if he wins this game, he can kind of say, oh, okay, well, all the bad things that have happened tonight, I've wiped them from existence. We've cleared the memory banks. We rewrote the history books. I actually beat Wuzzy, no problem. And my only next threat is Dynasty. And while there is a little bit of a difference in the objectives that they have, he's got to win 6, opponent's only going to win 3. He can probably feel real good knowing that he's already kind of conquered one of his issues tonight, and he's just going to keep on knocking them down.
Sir, let's see if there's a switch here to the Gearus. Yes, it is. Gave Cetrion 2 tries, but now it's Gearus' turn to try to take out Sal.
We're going to see if the Time Titan can finish the job. This is going to need to be a reverse 3-0 as well. Quite a tall order here for Gearus. Question is definitely going to be if he can deliver or not. We've also seen a big thing here is got air straight buzzsaw, likes to jump up and throw buzzsaws, and Gearus can't do shit about it. This ground, the quicksand is not going to stop Cabal from jumping up and throwing those buzzsaws. So some of the ways that Gearus can kind of control the pace at full screen, that's going to be gone. And we've seen that Sal likes to run away if given the opportunity.
He has no problem playing the keep away game, especially with those long air normals of Cabal. It's gonna allow him to just jump back, throw out a 2, throw out a buzzsaw, and then continue his offense if he happens to get that hit, as he did.
Expertly done. Take him to the corner. Big punch. That will be the crushing blow as well. Look at that. 422 damage. Massive grip of damage here for Wuzzy. That's a huge swing of momentum, but can he keep it? Rolls himself out of the corner. He's just looking to finish the job. The big fist will do it. That's Wuzzy on the board as well. Nice job.
Fight.
Quick work there by Wuzzy, but now Sal getting that first hit with the air buzzsaw, catching Wuzzy in the air. Nice block on the overhead. Sal not mixing it up quite yet. Goes for the short hop into the forward 2-2 again. Just backs right up, keeping Wuzzy guessing what he's going to do next. Into the throw. Spending all that bar.
Here we go, another command grab. Scoops him up. Tries for it. That time it came out on hit, though, which is not what you want. Big interrupt, though. Man, Wuzzy is playing pretty strong right now. The pressure is kind of stacked up, and he's coming online because of it, perhaps.
And Wuzzy has been liking the command grab after blowing up his sand clone, and Sal recognizing that, but Wuzzy changing it up. Catching Sal trying to jump, and now he's going to catch him with that crushing blow. That's going to be the first game to him. 2-1. No, 3-0 for Sal this time.
Here we go. Wuzzy absolutely turning it around here in game 3. The question is definitely going to be, can he keep things at that pace, though? He just secured 2 rounds in a row, gave his opponent no quarter, no ground to move in at all. He basically locked him in that corner the entire time as well, right? I mean, it started with that crushing blow, 422 damage, and it just kept on mounting up from there. So the question becomes, now that we're going to reset things fully back to 0 here with a new game, was he going to be able to basically get a repeat there? Is he going to be able to do the same, or is Sal going to be able to kind of hold him at bay a little better this time in that final victory he's searching for?
Was he starting to warm up that grill, trying to grill up a reverse burger for us, get that reverse 3-0, but Sal just needs one more game in order to find himself in the grand finals. Dynasty waiting patiently over there with his Sub-Zero, ready to make somebody.
Round 1, fight.
Now here we go, Beta Sal starting off the way he's been liking to, just jumping back, creating some space, and up low that dash! Oh my...
Oh man. Caught him out of the air, and just more of these buzzsaws. Sal now playing a bit more of a full screen game, less aggressive. Gets caught though by the quicksand. Be in the air to deal with that. Splash and straight into the command grab there. Gonna take him to the corner, not fully into the corner, but basically the full corner. Here we are now. Connects again here. Life bar is looking pretty even. Cabal about to change that up. Another call out on the armor break.
And that's gonna crush him blow. This is looking like all Sal right now.
Already spent the first Nomad Dash, not going to be enough to kill. Can Gears turn this around? He's got Fatal Blow available here. All he needs is one stray hit, one false move from Cabal, and it is over. And now one more command grab, and it's done as well. There it is!
And that's the mix down forward.
Oh my god, that is one of the most irritating things in the game. And, oh man, there it goes. Caught him with it. You've got to watch those toads. It is not your turn just yet. Wuzzy is continuing that momentum train as well.
And again, with the interrupt on the low buzzsaw, Wuzzy is so prepared for that. He's done his homework on Cabal at least.
That was on purpose too. It seemed like that purposeful combo drop on the temporal advantage just to go into the command grab setup again, getting a little bit of extra damage here off his opponent. Now going to be answering back, forces the breakaway out of his opponent. The forward throw will keep this pressure going though in his favor. Caught him! Nice. Goes to the spin. Okay. Here we go. Amplifies the hook slam, trying to get as much damage as he can while he's got no breakaway to get out of it.
Going for the overhead that time, mixing it up. Trying to interrupt again. There's Wuzzy going to eat a down one after the roll, eating another overhead. This should be chip either way, and Sal is just going to catch him with a down one.
Go, Sal on set point, which has not happened before. Their previous game, Sal didn't get the first round he needed to indicate set point. So the pressure turned up perhaps another notch here as Wuzzy sees that Executioner's axe looming, looking to send him out of the tournament here. Third place, still not bad, but I'm sure he'd love the run back.
Nice anti-air. This is what he needs to get the offense rolling and try to tie up the set 2-2. Gonna continue that combo, catches them with the command grab 307.
Beautiful.
Finds himself in the corner as well. Gonna whip on the command grab and a breakaway again.
Ultra David would be sad to see you now. How you gotta go for the OS. Tick throw OS. Come on, guys.
And nice.
So escape failed as
into
well
the
here.
throw.
Oh, he is going to be just outside of that throw, killing 310 damage is going to be standing in between those arms. If he can grab him with another throw, one more throw will kill. He's going to snap the leg instead. It does so much damage, it's done. Oh, way. I honestly thought that Sal was kind of fishing around, going to look for that throw opportunity since he saw the throw crushing blow. And Gearus had a better idea. Let me snap that femur of yours and see how you're feeling afterward. So Gearus gonna tie it up here for Wuzzy, and this is starting to show similar signs of their first encounter. Sal needs an answer.
And now it's 2-2. And Sal's really got to change up his game plan a little bit. Maybe switch his character up. But I think the Cabal's been doing fine. It's just he got caught by one grab and his leg snapped into a billion pieces and then went his life board.
Shang Tsung's Island Ruins.
Was real close. Sal has had victory within his grasp for a while now, and still not able to seal the deal here. And it's now up to either of these players. One of them can, I mean, this is it. This is the final game, and if Wuzzy can keep this momentum going, he'll shut it down here for Sal and send him out in third place. That's going to be a big punish here, though, for Sal right at the start. Forces the breakaway out of Wuzzy, which is good. You want to get your opponent off that defensive meter.
Oh, and another command grab. Yeah, it's going to be 2, and that's going to just about tie it up, even giving him the life lead. Beta Sal now working on making another comeback, going to get carried all the way to the corner again. He's finding it hard to just get out of the situation. Another command grab. That's 4 that he's got in the hit by now. 5.
Again, that time caught the roll even. Where are you going? This is your corner. 6 is ridiculous. I don't think I've ever seen that. Does his controller just have a giant command grab button on it and that's it?
Round 2.
Sort of game show buzzer he's slamming down? Come on. Together, Sal.
God, that
Pressure
was
from
all
Sal will
mind
connect this
game
time.
there. That mind game with the command grab. Sal really has to get out of his own head now and start waking up. This is the last round that Wuzzy needs in order to just serve up that reverse burger for you.
Exactly, dude. Be well done. Getting the plate ready here. Photo finish. Get all back to the corner with you. Not quite the crushing blow. I'm sure Cabal's face is thankful for that. Way has been burned.
Something started.
No. Doesn't have any defensive bar to get out of this. I don't think he's dead, but man, is it going to be close. The throw attempt, he's got Fatal Blow as well. He's just going to go right into the Fatal Blow. He wants as much damage as he can get now. This should put him in a position where the next hit will kill, and I believe that Wuzzy is currently out on defensive meter, so he doesn't have a breakaway to save his life, but he's got a Fatal Blow to save it. That's it.
Our hero has fallen. Faded Sal gonna eat that reverse burger from Wuzzy, serving it up for him.
Ordered that one with extra cheese. Ridiculous.
Yeah, that one came well done.
But
Heartbreaking
was
loss
he
there.
able to turn it around? That was huge. I think part of it is he got enough time, enough exposure to the Cabal to kind of figure things out. We saw some of the big changes in that where he was interrupting the low buzzsaws and stuff like that. So some of that matchup specific stuff, things that Gearus is able at least to deal with. Once Wuzzy started tapping into that, we definitely saw the scales start to tip a little bit, and Wuzzy was allowed to just continue to apply pressure to the sort of point that he found to expose, and in the end, able to use that leverage to secure the victory here. So he's going to advance through losers finals, himself up against the only player that has been able to defeat him yet, Dynasty, yet again in our grand finals. It has all come to this, the final set of the night. Lin Kuei versus Kronika's Minions.
This is gonna be it. Everything's come down to this. Can Dynasty continue to mix his way to victory, or will Wuzzy change the history books and make sure his name's written down there in the winners column?
Absolutely. I think a really important thing here is that Dynasty has already won in this matchup previously, and Dynasty only needs to win 3 games right now. He is on the winner side of things, so if he can win this first set of 3 games, it's over. The tournament is done. Meanwhile, Wuzzy is going to need to not only win that first 3 sets to reset the bracket, he's going to need to win another 3, and that whole time Dynasty is just going to be collecting information data, and we've seen what he can do with enough exposure to a player. He'll find those weaknesses and absolutely exploit them. So it's going to be interesting to see if Dynasty can close it out quickly, or if we're going to be in for the long haul, as Wuzzy has had enough time to kind of get warmed up and he comes back prepared for second meeting here with the Lin Kuei.
Hey guys, so right before we get into grand finals, just want to do one final shout out to the Matcherino here. You know, the webpage is up. If you guys want to contribute to the Matcherino, you can do it by the sponsor quest, or you can contribute to the code, which gives a free 50 cents onto the pot. More information, just type in exclamation Matcherino where to find the link, and the code is in there. So thank you guys so much.
And now, thank you so much for that. Make sure you guys sign up. Excuse me. Make sure you guys go into that Matcherino, put in that code, add that extra little 50 cents to the pot for all the players that have been doing such a phenomenal job all night today, putting on a fantastic show for us. And now going into this, Dynasty is finding himself with his opponent in the corner, has to do something here in order to get out of it, and that's going to be it. Sub-Zero coming in, switching the corner positioning. Now it's going to be Mix.
Here we go. The low poke, 6 frames. Both of these characters wielding such moves, though. So a 6 frame, down 1. Into the crushing blow, though, here. So Dynasty going to spend one of his resources to secure the round here. So the first round of a potential many will go to Dynasty. Big amplified freeze off the start. We also do see Dead of Winter yet again here from Dynasty. So the Mix is going to be a deadly combination here. We'll see if Wuzzy can handle it.
Catching him with that anti-air stand 1 again to get that offense started. Here is Dynasty again, finds himself with the corner position. They're gonna get the throw, trying to make quick work here of Wuzzy. Gonna catch him again with the low, not continuing the combo, maybe expecting a breakaway, but it's not gonna come. Wuzzy's got absolutely no bar, and that should be the kill.
No, he dropped the combo, and the throw tech to stay alive. Oh man, Wuzzy on life support here, able to turn it around this time. The tick throw setup working. Gotta be careful. Option selects, they exist, I'm telling you.
And now Dynasty with that stand 1 anti again, just getting a little too anti there was Wuzzy. Getting a little too jump happy and ready to let that stand 1 rip. Dynasty taking that first game.
Dynasty taking game 1 sets a deadly tone here for Wuzzy. Set the early pace, kind of establish early dominance, let your opponent know that you're here to play. Is a big call out to them, and Wuzzy already knows he's got a lot on his plate that he needs to deal with, and already kind of falling behind here, as Dynasty is 2 games away now from winning it, and Wuzzy still has that full 6 lying in wait. He only needs to get 3 of them now, but in the end, I mean, still 6 victories versus this talented Sub-Zero player is a lot to ask of anyone.
And now Dynasty only needs 2 more in this set. Take it all home with him. And this Mix has been pretty good. He's been making good anti-airs and then keeping the Mix coming when he gets those hits on the knockdown. Making good reads on the wake-ups as well. Nice block there on the overhead part of the string, just dashing in and getting a grab.
Goes for the big boot, gonna get rolled underneath though, so Wuzzy's turn to answer back. He'll get some decent damage. Looks like he might have been going for the armor break on that one, as the sand trap, for whatever reason, is Gears' armor break, so him there, and if he would have armor broke, I believe it actually triggers the crushing blow there as well. Sand Milkromer's up. He's not going to go for the command grab this time, but the flawless block, though, from Dynasty. We saw that previously when they were fighting as well, right? Dynasty knows the timing on these flawless block gaps that Gears presents, and if you're going to get a little bit too predictable with your button presses, he's going to make you pay.
Carrying him all the way to the corner, and then that freeze is going to work out, even if... Oh, that would have been crazy.
Why didn't it freeze him? Is it because he was already frozen? Sub-Zero can't do Ice Ball into Gears Ball?
I think the double frozen state's just going to knock him out of it. That's so unfortunate.
And I'm okay with Sub-Zero not having access to big dumb stuff, but I think that he should have been allowed to do that. But you guys don't have to fix it. I'm not a Sub-Zero player. Whatever.
Oh, and just a raw ice ball right in his face. That had to be an inputter. Something we saw earlier.
After that, I didn't even know. Okay, here we go. Gonna take the plus frames. That time, gonna scoop him up immediately. See on the board here with that early first round, and he's got a huge life lead here in round 2. Sub-Zero needs to make one hell of a comeback, but this could be the beginning of it. Just send him here towards the corner. Goes for the low. Good blocks though from Wuzzy, not getting caught out just yet. And that time blocking on the overhead. Snaps the legs, takes the game.
And that's gonna be 1-1. Wuzzy getting on the board. wants to reset the bracket, keep it going.
Gears wins.
Such a cool outro too. I've always liked this one.
This is a cool character. I really, really like Gears added to the roster. I think he's a pretty fun character. I'm maybe not as thrilled that he took a couple of Tremor's moves because I like Tremor, but overall, like the idea and design and concept of him, I think it's really cool. I think they did a good job. The new characters that they've been adding as of late have been really, really cool. Cetrion's a oddball, but otherwise, like Collector is such a weird little treasure goblin, and it's great. I love it. And like they even gave him enough of a or twist that it like makes sense that we haven't seen him till now because he's just been out being the tax man collecting money everywhere else. That's why we haven't seen him, but he's here now stuffing everything in that bag of his, and I love him. I think he's awesome. Hug him with all 6 of his arms. Get in.
Now going right back into it, 1-1. Shinnok's head chilling in the background, gonna get him with the little shimmy, the classic Sub-Zero.
Not bad damage-wise either. 28% for a bar here from Dynasty. The overhead follow-up will allow him to get some more damage as well to stack on top of that. Already pushing his opponent past the 50% mark and hasn't been touched yet. Will we see another flawless victory? The curse has been cast. Oh, success. I'm so good at this game.
And now Leslie's got the corner position here, gonna make a nice read on that jumping kick, meet him air to air, gonna try to take him all the way back, but that breakaway, and then gonna get himself out of the corner too. There's Dynasty, smart play. Is that gonna be dead just off that throw? Oh, just a little sliver of health left, and pushing buttons on the wake up, and it's not gonna work out.
Right, Dynasty starting to pull away here. He's got round 1 of game 3 in the bag. If he can keep this going, he'll be poised and ready to deliver the finishing blow here to Wuzzy in Wednesday Night Fights. It's Mortal Kombat event.
And now he's gone all low this entire round. Gets that
man.
crushing blow.
Iron Lung time.
14. Another low. I would have expected overhead too. I got opened up about 18 times in that round. My goodness, that was so quick. Brutality.
Give me that.
Sub-Zero
Is ridiculous. The momentum from Sub-Zero. You guessed wrong, I think, once. I think he blocked wrong once. The other stuff was like anti-airs that didn't go in his favor, or air-to-air trades or whatever. And like, that was just it. And Dynasty, he's a player of that caliber where he can capitalize on that mistake. He sees, oh, you don't have any defensive bar. I'm going to go ahead and snap your ribs, put you in an iron lung, and then we'll go ahead and stack another 30% on top of that as well. It is ridiculous. And that is now going to put him poised and ready to finish the whole tournament off unscathed as well, as he's still sitting cleanly on winner's side here, 1 game away from claiming victory.
And if he's playing the way he did that last round, it's going to be a quick one too, because that one was over so quickly because of how oppressive that mix was. He got him with just a regular back 1 low staggered, stood in his face, grabbed him. It was just low all the way till then. But now was he doing a good job of getting his offense started, expecting a breakaway, and gonna go for the sand trap ender.
Okay, low poke. Or not low poke, there's that low back 3. Here's a throw to open him up. He catches him. Oh wow, that was actually a punish on that roll here. And in hot, good blocks on the overhead though. What's he gonna answer back? That is kind of the thing with Sub-Zero, is that he does live and die a bit by the mix. So gotta be careful. Plus frames gonna scoop him up. Will we get the crushing blow? Not quite. Was a couple of feet shy there. The pull out. What is that big orange thing they pull out in football on? I don't know enough to make a joke. Damn it.
Was he able to jump over the command grab, baits out the wake up, and it's not gonna help him out here. Freezes him. Can he fatal blow? Yes, he can. That's not dead.
It might be. Have you seen how hard that axe hits at the? Oh, he's so dead. He's so dead.
He's dead. Why did I even
Hits
say
for like
anything?
another 100 damage.
What?
It's ridiculous.
I shouldn't even said anything. Maybe he would have lived.
Is scaling.
So they forgot to scale they scaled the entire move except for the last hit. So now
Here we go.
Yeah, doing a good job here, getting that sand clone up. Now gonna be able to get those plus frames, going for the command grab setup again. Being successful with it.
Okay, here we go. Trying to answer back here. Dynasty just needs this last round. There's the flawless block. We've seen it over and over again. I wonder if Leslie's going to start making the big risk of going into temporal advantage here, trying to call him out on it. It might work, but if it doesn't, you're dead.
And nice grab there by Wuzzy, reading the roll. The roll patrols out and about, trying to cause Sub-Zero to lose this round here. Gonna switch the corner positioning and the hit! No!
David is going to be so upset with you. I cannot believe you just lost the game because of that. You're gonna get your ribs destroyed, all because you did an option select. That is tough. A heartbreaker. That means that Sub-Zero and the Lin Kuei will be taking it. Wednesday Night Fights is theirs, and as it, this is back-to-back victories here for Dynasty. So the champ yet again. The crown in home territory here. Very well done. Sub-Zero takes it from the winner's side without giving his any opponent a chance to send him to the loser's bracket unscathed almost. Very, very expertly played.
Very good job to Dynasty. Congratulations. Congratulations to everybody that played tonight. Such a great show that we put on. Congrats to everybody that made that top three a little piece of that match arena.
Absolutely. That was tons of fun. I had an absolute blast, of course. I have been joined by Jesser. Why don't you go ahead and let the people know where they can locate you at?
Hey, go ahead and follow me at Jesser Swift on Twitter. Go ahead, reach out to me there. Let's get some games in, play some MK.
Fantastic. And I, of course, have been Dream Eater. I host some pretty big tournaments over on the Xbox side of things. So if there's any strays out there that are looking for a home on Xbox, you can find me over at twitch.tv/DreamXEaterX. Same thing for Twitter. As long as you got a wire, we got a home for the Xbox strays. So definitely get in on that if you are looking to play some of that. Otherwise, I mainly just kind of stick to Mortal Kombat and kind of hosting tournaments. So that is where you can find me doing stuff. And it looks like we have Street Fighter Top 8 up next. So Street Fighter 5 is on its way. Stick around for that, and catch you guys later.
All right, guys, that was Mortal Kombat 11 Top 8. Congratulations to Dynasty, and shout outs to Jester and Dream Eater for taking care of the ones and twos, entertaining everybody, and giving some NRS love. Coming up next is Street Fighter 5. Let me set up. I gotta actually take down this stream because I gotta mess with OBS a little bit because it was a little finicky, and then we'll be back on. So grab something to eat, grab a snack, get some refreshments, and we'll be back soon. All right.